The progress of our nation rests upon the shoulders of every youth. What is your intention to this nation? Are you willing to serve the motherland with integrity and dignity? Or are you interested in inflating the maximum exploitation for one's own selfish gain? Look, fellow youths, there should be no boundaries in actualizing the highest law for our country once we are called to service. The biggest burden facing our country is not the lack of good laws. It is not the lack of resources, not the lack of educated men or women, but the lack of love for country. I want you to know this, fellow compatriots. Where there is no love, there is lack of progress. The motherland depends not on herself, but you and I to make it a better place for generations to come. Everyone has a role in this process, ranging from the common man to the nobleman. It is time we examine ourselves. It is time we put our country first above everything else. Other nations are moving forward, but as one of the oldest independent nations in Africa, where is our achievement? We help in the elaboration process of other nations. These nations are moving forward, while our nation is stagnated from all expressions of reality. Or because patriotism has been neglected at the highest goal in our society. Liberia is a blessed nation, given to us by God. But we will not realize these blessings if we do not cherish this nation. Fellow youth, it is time to change the course of history. You have the power, and that power is your choice. To choose if you will be loyal to this country through your services. Never give up on the motherland. I believe Liberia will someday rise above nations. The only road to this revelation is love. Love is all Liberia needs from us, and it will start to flourish in progress. Long live.
Indeed, what is a powerful, powerful motivational message? Love, patrioticness is what Liberia needs to develop, is what Liberia needs to grow. Liberia needs love. Liberia needs love. Liberia needs patriotic citizen. So welcome back to the program. We will now cross over to Isaiah, who will continue the course for the Kapow program. Isaiah, welcome back.
Okay, thank you so much, Arch. Like I said, any major things happening, you guys can definitely call us because we understand such time in Liberia. That's the time you see people moving around. Yeah, the criminal such time in Liberia, they move around. So you can call us on 0777 907 907 and definitely you will be live on Bliss FM 90 point that's 90.7. So let's see how best we can dive in our text messages and read some of your text messages. This one say, good morning. My name is Afidia. I join you from Rehab Beyond the President House. Okay, he says his area is cool. We take this person from right here. Good morning. Yeah, please, you have to walk away from your monitor.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Walk away from your monitor.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. Your name and where you join us from?
I'm K. Arthur Ama.
Calling from where?
Calling from River Bell. Right down to my 78, and then to hold on too far. You are copy.
Rogers copy. 0777 907 907 0777 907 907. Let's hear from you guys. Let's know exactly the situation in your community. Yeah, we want to know the situation in your community. We want to know exactly what's going on in Liberia. We want to hear from the guys there in the Kawe area. Like I said, the Kawe bridge is always terrible. I want to hear from our chief of vetting. I want to hear from Lion One. Lion One, he controls the guys there at Lokington. So this person, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I'm a Burma man. I'm calling from Magiri.
Yeah, so how's my give you this morning, sir?
Magiri is okay. Everything is 3 o'clock. Anything else too far.
All right, thank you for so much. Let's continue to keep the watch.
Okay, sir.
All right, so let's continue to ensure that life and property is safe within Liberia. So, like I said, Lion One is our chief of vetting. Lion One controls the guys there in Lokintown. This person. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Joseph Delaware, calling you from the GSA role. Right now, no door bargain.
Okay, let's continue to keep the watch, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. So the Didicon area, the Didicon area in Lokintown District 50, Maserado County. That area is always terrible at night. The Zulutan area, the Sinyotan area. That's the reason you see we want to talk to our chief of vetting. We also want to talk to our acting security director in way there in Louisiana. And I've been told the guys are making their way around the Carway Bridge. The Carway Bridge is also terrible at night. Always terrible at night, the Carway Bridge. So you can call us this morning on 0777 907 907 0777 907 907. Just call us this morning and give us security update from your end. 22 minutes past 3 and we gradually moving. So all you guys need to do if you're around the Relay Bell, if you're around the Soul Clinic area, the Zizi community area, if you're around the Ray Fee area, the Peloton area, the Windsor area, you guys can call us this morning and give us security update. Yeah, just give us security update and you will be live on the Integrity Kapau Secure Liberia. So call us this morning on 0770. Okay, this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm calling from the highway.
Yeah, your name, sir.
I'm West.
Go ahead, give us security update.
Yeah, so just coming into my compound for luckily we came out and checked for last year.
Okay, too bad he slipped off the line. He says someone just about to enter a compound. Luckily for them, they came up. So you have to be vigilant. That's the reason I say you guys, you always see how best you can get your whistle. Just get your whistle, see how best you can blow your whistle, a better stay. You can get your pat up. Just knock your pat up together. Yeah, just knock your pat up together. Any suspicious activity, yeah, just see how best you can get us. Those guys will definitely leave that area. That's the reason we always sit on the radio and appeal to community chairman. Community chairman, you guys need to get involved, in securing your community. See how best you can call the young girls, you call the young boys. You go for community meeting. See how best the guys can get all of the necessary thing they need during the night. Such time in Liberia 3, Liberia get terrible. Yeah, Liberia get terrible. We already get information there. We already get update. That's update, sorry. We already get update from the Motokono area. Mothersland we are Myers. We got update from right here, the rehab area. Our administrator, Mr. Gordon Bafla. We got update from the Mount Barkley area. We yet to get update from the Lokitan area. That's the Bourgeois Island. Our chief of vetting, he controls that side. Lion One. So Lion One, if you monitoring, you can call us on 0777 907 907 0777 907 907 and see how best you can update us on happenings around the Lokintown end. Yeah, we want to get update from the Lokintown area. So you guys can call us this morning 0777 907 907 0777 907 907 and you will be live on the Integrity Kapau Secure Liberia. We've been around since 1 o'clock this morning and the time check 25 minutes past 2 and we gradually moving. So what's going on? Yeah, Otis, Kapau, Otis, what's going on? So those of you, if you have a ghettos within your community, you can also inform us on it. Let's see how best we can get the relevant authority, the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. Yeah, just inform us. We'll see how best we can get the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. Like I said, you guys saw what the guys did there in the Louisiana area. This person for line one. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yes, I'm from EAW. My name Thomas Limler.
Yeah, so how's ERW this morning?
EAW, the Kuwait too far, too far. I also walking around Ellis Snow area.
Okay, so let's continue to keep the watch, my dear brother.
Okay.
Okay, so the issue, you guys, you don't need to be afraid when it comes to the ghettos within the community. Just inform us. Yeah, just inform us. The guys did it in the Louisiana area. Those guys been harassing that area. They inform us. We told the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. At that time, the car went in. The DEA boss, he was my own friend, my good friend. Yeah, Ben. Ben went there. He went in Louisiana. See how best they can take the Rim Bush down. Those guys, they terrorize that area. But many thanks to the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency. So the guys at Police Academy, you guys can also do the same. Just inform us on the situation. See how best we can inform the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency about the situation. Community chairman, you have to get engaged with the Liberia National Police. Yeah, get engaged with the Liberia National Police. See how best you can form your watch team within your community. Get the young boys, get the young girls at night. Let the young boys and girls secure the community. This is what we should be doing for our country. Just in case any suspicious activities within the community, don't hesitate. You can call us. That's the reason we always reading our number. Yeah, we always reading our number. So call us this morning 0777 907 907 0777 907 907. Let's hear from you guys this morning. You can call us and give us security update. We want to know what's going on around the Ominga area, the Telecom area, the FDA area. You guys can call us and give us security update, and you will be live on Bliss FM 90.7. So my name is Isaiah Smacket. Don't win a better stage. Just call me the nation's all-time Smacket. 29 minutes past 3, and we gradually moving. So once you have a pregnant woman and she's in labor pain, you can also call us. We'll see how best we can. Yeah, we'll see how best we can send the relevant authority, and the guys there will care that individual to any nearby clinic. That's the work we do at night. Like I said, we don't pray for area to get born, but when it happens, we inform the relevant authority, like the Liberia National Fire Service. That's the reason we are up. This is what we choose to do, so we must do it to the best of our ability. The guys at the Zone 6 police station, they've been doing extremely well. Right here, Zone 5, the guys also been doing extremely well. So, community chairman, you need to get involved. You need to see how best you can talk to the Liberian National Police. You guys can set up your watch team within your community. But we are with your calls on 0777 907 907 0777 907 907. Let's hear from you guys. Call us this morning and you will be live on Bliss FM 90.7. This is the Integrity Kapawu Secure Liberia. We are here for good and we are here to stay. Yeah, we are here to stay. That's the reason. It's about you guys. We are up. And so that's it. We stay around. We'll see our best. We can be chipping in. Once any major thing happen, just call us. We will respond to the situation. So I have to go back to my own professional colleague, Achi. Yeah, Achi, welcome back.
So, folks, Community Watch Forum, we want to say welcome back to the program Wake Up Call. So, welcome back as we now be continuing this program from right here. This morning, like I said, there are a lot of things we will be discussing. So, if you are there, just increase the volume of your radio. If you are there, just invite someone to listen with you because there are too many information we will be discussing here this morning. One, we will be looking at the hullabaloo that occurred last evening between the police and the armed forces of the Republic of Liberia. We will also be looking at the explosion at the Seti Fabric Steel Factory. We're going to look at that. It's so dangerous. We will be looking at that. And the motorcyclists are planning a protest, a huge protest. Uh, but that protest, there is still some controversy around. We are hearing that some have made up their mind to cancel the protest. So we're going to also be talking about that to know what the cancellation is about or why the protest should be held. We will be talking about that. So the motorcyclists, we will talk about that this morning. So the table is jammed. The table is jam packed this morning. But we will begin with this from the armed forces. The armed the police, the issue between the armed forces and the police is what we will begin with. So all you have to do is that just keep your points when we open the phone line. If you have interest to call, you make comment on any of the issues that caught your attention. So between the police and the armed forces of Liberia, folks, let us be peaceful. Let us be professional. Let us be saver. The police as a civilian as well, because the police, they are people of peace. They are people we expect to be very, very peaceful. Look, the police cannot and should not in any way get angry just because of a little thing. So currently, there is some regulations from the ELWA junction to the broad street of Monrovia. Motorbikes are not plying there. And the reason is to maintain the traffic in that area and to get rid of the motorbike plotting from the street to not jam the street in terms of traffic. But there are exceptions to these rules. NGOs, governmental bikes can ply on that way when you are in your safety gear. And so this time we are told day before yesterday, today is Thursday, we're talking about Tuesday. On Tuesday, quote unquote, there was an AFL personnel who was on a motorbike going in town from the ELW route, going on the main street. And so, according to the information, because we were not there, But information we gather says that the police stopped him. And when the police stopped him, he identified himself as an armed forces personnel, an AFL personnel, so a security person. So that I know, there should be this mutual understanding between the police and the armed men and women of the Republic of Liberia. So there should be this mutual understanding because they both work for the same objective. The objective is to maintain the peace and stability of our country, to secure the country free from crimes, and make sure that every citizens across the border and the length and breadth of Liberia are protected. And so they were there, and what happened? What did not happen? Argument broke out, and the video in that I am in possession of, which I'm going to play for those of you watching live on Facebook and YouTube to view, you could see more than 5 policemen on that AFL personnel. He was being tortured using the electric baton all on him just to waken him. I don't know to what extent the argument went because the video did not detail the argument. You could only see the action among them. So, but what sparked out the action is the scenario we're giving you. So we will play the video for a minute because it's just a minute plus video. It's about 1 minute, 11 seconds. We will play this video, and when we come back, we make emphasis on that before we bring you the reaction of the armed men and women of this country. So let's take this video right here and be right back.
What's up, man?
Well, the reaction you just listened to is the scene of the police officers on the AFL personnel. And what I would say is this, I don't want you to get me wrong. Uh, Members of the armed forces of Liberia, what I'm aware of, they do not just move without identity. What are you like? The army man in question was not in full uniform, he was in the mufti. And the mufti on him, despite being a mufti, I believe there is certain identity that he might have gave the Liberian National Police. So the police, like I said, what was the argument? What happened and what did not happen? The police has to use force to apprehend the armed forces personnel, put him at the back of the police pickup. Like you listen, you hear somebody saying that I'm a man there, just stop it. And you listen, you also hear something or sound like one wire, two negatives are touching one another. That was the sound of the electric baton. It was being used. And the- if a soldier man is walking, two things: either he has that armored chain that carry all of their informations. Probably he has certain thing to identify, and I want to believe that the AFL personnel somehow identify himself. But whatsoever the case may be, like I said, what actually caused the argument, that fight, is still under investigation because we were not there. But the logic we want to preach is that you both are security people. There should be respect and morals for the uniform you wear. Policemen and army men should not be fighting one another for do not show supremacy. It should not be. That shouldn't be the case. Not because you want to show supremacy, not because you want to show that you have authority more than the other. There should be, we are not condemning police, neither to condemn the armed forces. But we want to caution the both parties that there should be mutual understanding, respect. There should be ethics attached to the job. In fact, you are a police officer. You control the traffic. Look, if somebody violates, for example, let us take this from the shoes of the AFL personnel. A normal citizen, what the police at the ELWA junction there can do is that if somebody coming with that happened twice in my presence, and the officer attempted doing that to my very self, that's why I'm saying it. Somebody is in traffic, is running, we accept that the person violating. But the guys will just pick up the rattan. They start to whip somebody from the back or even to whip the motorcyclist. And automatically that can cause accident if the person loses control. If you want to make sure that traffic is regulated, make sure that the checkpoint is rated and that every vehicle that passes over there has been properly checked and confirmed that it should plot on that road. So by that way, nobody will just come and just infiltrate. But opening the place and allowing somebody to come when the person is coming and you are using, when the person is coming, you are using your baton to whip the person. The person is in action and you are whipping the person. It's not called for. Let me welcome Mr. Yene. Let me welcome Mr. Yene to the show. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, Achi. Good morning, my dearly loved people of Liberia.
Mm,
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
mm,
And we are here because of the love of our country.
sure,
Thank you very much.
sure. So, like I was saying, do not allow the person to be in speed. Sometimes the person is afraid of you, so they want to pass so that you can see them. When there are laws, there will be people always who will violate, and that's why penalties are there. So when the violators are apprehended, penalties should be imposed on them and not using force on them. They whip the motorcyclist, and not just the motorcyclist himself, but the passenger behind the motorcyclist the other time in my person, whipping him. And when I was also on my way to town the other day, riding, the guy just left all the son and said, "Hey, look, don't do that to me. Don't make attempt to do that. If I'm violating, you have every right to arrest me for violation, but not lifting. You can stop me, I will stop. But you see me in speed, he lift for someone to knock my motor back. That is very much unprofessional of the police. We must say this. So the guys want to show supremacy. They want to show that they are in control, so they will do everything. And sometimes when they park you there, look, Leighton Gregory Coleman posted your video for the other day, your picture for. It's still going. When they park you there, you ask policemen to give you ticket. They will not give you ticket. They will rather settle in with you, giving them $100, $150, $200, than giving you ticket. We have done that. I stood there, I said, give me ticket. I'm in violation, I agree. That's what I stopped. So you want to tow my back, you can tow it, but I need ticket. Give me the ticket and say, no ticket here. We will carry you, we'll park your motorbike for 2 days or over 24 hours before we issue you ticket, before ticket be available. I say, are you kidding me? I violated. And the penalty for that violation should be the fine. So I'm willing to pay the fine. Officer, I need ticket. So give me your license. I cannot give you my license. I cannot give you the key of my bag. The bag is in your control. You took it. I need ticket. They cannot give ticket. At the end, they want to compromise. And those things, we should not settle for it. So what will, assuming that the AFL personnel was not a military person, if it was an ordinary citizen, the treatment given to that AFL guy could be given to an ordinary motorcyclist, what would have happened? In fact, the guy was strong enough to even protect himself. They only overcome him because he started to use the electric baton and other things. So there should be coexistence between the police and the armed forces of Liberia, between the police and the immigration services. That's why you all join together and make the joint security. The joint security. So when you hear the joint security, not only police, DEA, and the joint security comprises of every security person in this country. So let's hear Mr. Yene. This is the action. This is the issue that sparked the tension yesterday that you could see. So we will come to the side of the AFL, but this is what the police did. Before, let me just play this video again. This is the video of the police beating, torturing the AFL personnel.
That's up, man.
So you could listen to the citizens. If ordinary citizens at the back could recognize and identify this person as an army man, they were most about the police who was in direct conversation with him. So, Mr. Yene, that was the action of the police that sparked out the tension yesterday evening that you were watching. Before we come to the reaction of the armed forces, that was the exact thing from the police. What do you have to say?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You could just play the army reaction or retaliation to them. We just summarize everything. You want to talk it?
One at a time.
All right. So this is what I have to say. When the laws of the land are not respected, now what happens? This is what happens when laws are not respected. This is what happens when you have people who are incompetent in power. That be very real to this. The army do what they call discipline and courtesy. Army men should be the last respectful men ever, more than even the surveillance man who is the police. The police is a surveillance. Police is not army man. Many people will disagree with me, and I stand by it. The army men or the AFL men have been the violators of the law of the land. In the first place, there have been information across the country that there is no bike, that no bike is allowed to plow the street to certain area, and this is the area the army man was going. Whether he was in Musty, whatever clothes he was in, whether he had identification, he never had police. Let's say army bike. It was not army bike he was riding. So he was bound to respect the law of the land. But he felt he's an army man. He felt he's an army man. That's why he violated. He misbehaved on the police. He never had respect for them. And if Liberia were a country of law and order, the defense minister, the chief of staff, they were all going to bear the punishment. In other countries, then calls are coming for them to even resign or for them to be sacked. What the defense minister went to do with it? The guys were well informed. They have gone over there to fight the police, to fight the surveillance, and to kill. Look at the treatment they gave a police officer just for enforcement of law and order of the land.
But Mr. Yene, I want to hold you there. The issue is that they are law enforcement, right? Which is right. So like I said, for an Eastern, assuming he wasn't a police or AFL person, being an ordinary citizen, it does not call for maltreating the AFL personnel as well.
If that AFL may have been disciplined, so the moment he know the police has stopped him, he would have just identified himself and say, "Okay, y'all give my bag, let me go back." But
you listen to a few citizens. You listen to citizens who were around, even identifying him as AFL person. So you want to tell me the police who was interacting with him directly did not know that he was, or he did not identify himself?
Actually, whether he had AFL army or he identified himself, the law is for safety, no bike, no ordinary bike is allowed to plow that region. So as a trained, a disciplined officer, what are you going to do there? What are you going to do? You're not going on military operation, probably going on your criminal operation.
No, no, you can't say he was not going because probably too, he going to the barrack. You have the BDC barrack intern.
Barrack, if you are stranded and you get your bike that you've been stopped by the law, not even the police, by the law, you call to the barrack that you want to come, but you have no transportation. Or you ride private car, you go. But bikes are not allowed to apply that region. This guy have called reinforcement, and then chief will start coming with statement how unidentified officer be police, that unidentified people over there on the screen. That's why I was telling you to play that video. That unidentified officer over there. You see how ungrateful, how wicked the army men are, the chief of staff is. The defense minister too, I know she went to show herself, she went to show her body. What really she went to do there? They are going to fight the citizens. They are going there to provide maximum security protection for their irresponsible officer who misbehaved and broke the law. They start beating on the police. The police have done no wrong, Archie. It's because Liberia is a lawless country. You got the people.
You saw the police torturing AFL. You saw the police torturing the AFL personnel. He said that they don't know wrong.
Because he did not present himself to be officer. Like what happened in the case of Gazewu? You think Gazewu really behaved correct as an international journalist? That's why he did that thing he did to the police officer that time. I watched that video. He never behaved responsible. In fact, he was hostile on a police officer. That's why they got to discipline him. The army man, he believe, he army man, so he must violate the law. Look at like that mentality they saying, and the men are army men are doing so. You army men, so you must break the law. The law comes first. The law was made before you were born, before I was born.
Breaking the law does not equally so call for torture. It did not say when you break the law, they must beat you, they must use
they didn't
bad
beat
on you.
They were restraining.
Watch this action, Mr. Yene. Watch this action.
What's up, man?
So
This is the police action. That's the police action of the
order. Is that man not violating? Is that man not resisting? Why should you? I mean, if
they are using power on you, they are using force on you. But obviously, Mr. You are resisting when somebody is using force on you now. They are using force on him to put him in the power. You can see that.
Okay, as string officers, you have already identified who all are on you there arresting you. Submit yourself. It does not mean that your name have been taken. You got to call to the barracks. You call your men that, oh yes, I've been attacked by a group of officers here. They have seized my rights. See what will happen. But he's not disciplined. They're not been trained by the chief of staff, the defense minister, then they come in, they bring in force on surveillance, causing pandemonium among peaceful citizens. Then people come in, we want army. They didn't even know how Liberia been. What has army done for that country? Army has carried the country to the Civil War. When the army took over and seized the executive marshal, they refused to go back to the barracks. And it caused Liberia going to 14 unbroken years of civil war, civil unrest that lost thousands of lives of Liberians and brought untold suffering to the people of Liberia. Then we want army, we want police. They even know. They motorbike Benin here making a police officer are suffering. Look at that innocent policeman. The army people flogged to that. Even your memo, your AFL memo have been maltreated. Does that call for violence, for reinforcement, calling for reinforcement to the barrack, calling everybody, defense minister, and all going there to go show up? What are they over there for?
No, but that's the code. That's the code of the army. Is that the army one? The army is there to instill discipline. Please.
What is the discipline they are still over there?
I don't know. Please don't call me. The army is there to instill discipline.
What are
so when one person right is being infringed on, oh God, who's this person? Stop calling me.
When one person right is being infringed, they don't use the law. I mean, my man, we people that the defense minister then I know Geraldine or what's her name? That George. Yeah. George. They all been in the Western world, they know. People that the chief of staff, they all been in the Western world, they know. In America that I know of, army men that they lie. The army men will never be involved into surveillance things.
So that's why the police needed to respect the army men. The men, you know, there's no condition under no condition
to respect him by allowing him to break the law.
They arrest them, impound the motorbike carrying the man. Arresting the motorbike does not mean that you should even arrest the person himself. You arrest the motorbike. You pack the motorbike.
So you are you saying that the police arrested the man bike, then they turn around, they grab him again? This man have been law abiding. He's not resisting anything.
If you listen to me from the very onset when I started, I said, what happened? The actual thing that brought the confrontation among them, the police officers and the AFL. I cannot tell you the actual thing that brought the conversation that brought into that fight, right? At that particular movement.
Yeah.
So probably there was something said that happened. But then let's say so. Let's assume like what you're saying, you are right, or the office, the officer, the military guy, maybe let's say insulted the police, for example. It does not call for the force that was used on him. The police, like you said, police should be tolerant. The police should be tolerant in enforcing the law.
Watching that video, there's no force that was used on that man. They never beat him.
Mr. Yene, you will not be doing justice to people who are watching the video.
Yeah, yeah.
That's up, man.
Electric cartoon is being used.
The force I'm talking about is not the force that was used by the army men. That officer is resisting. So they're only trying to control him, get him in a pickup. That's what the police officers are doing over there. They are not beating him. They are only forcing him to get in a pickup. If only that man had walked by himself to get in a pickup. If only that man identify himself and say, gentlemen,
I don't want to believe that. I don't want us to conclude that he does not identify or identify himself, because for the fact that people on the scene can even identify him, that means there is such identity on him.
If only he identify himself and say, I'm an army man, so y'all give my back, let me go. I'm not going in that no-go zone. I'm not going there. If only he had told them so, you're coming to get back to him.
But there is no exception. There is an exception back. There are certain back. Like
the exception you talk about NGO bar, right? That NGO bar the man carry. That AFL bar he carry.
The man is a security person.
So he must break the law.
He owns his private back, or the badger is his private back. So it can fly there because it is his private back.
The law did not say so. He said you can ply that place with your private back. It says, according to you, NGO back and organizational backs. That back there,
who is riding the private back is a national security, a first class citizen of the country. So, assuming that Gregory Coleman was the one carrying motorbike, for example,
he should be stopped according to the law. Once it's not police bike, he riding. Once it's not organizational bike. My man, we should respect the rule of law, man. That's the only way our country will be in order. We should respect the rule of law. One is not. He should not ply there with private bike, his personal bike. If it is a Gregory Coleman, he should go there only with police bike or organizational bike as the law provides. But this guy,
only to the fact that the AFL is wrong, the police is right for their action.
Yeah, the armed men, they are not disciplined in our country.
Gregory, the RG, the RG has to beg for common ground, kneel down before the chief of staff, appealing for common ground.
Yeah, because Gregory is well trained. The chief of staff not trained.
It's not about training, because he knows that the intolerant act of the police against the soldier was not called for. Was not necessary. Mr. Yene, those are things that happen to citizens behind the scene, happening to another person on camera.
Assignment is greater than rank. That man, he on the assignment, he's there to execute the law. There is no private bike to be allowed to ply here.
Let me get before we continue. Let me get the side of the AFL. The AFL reaction.
If they get it, the arm so the Mojah uses the peaceful surveillance.
Let me get the AFL reaction.
Why call for reinforcement from the barracks? See the police officer, they beating over there.
I want to play this with sound. Oh God, the both videos don't have sound.
It had another one that got sound there.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I can share it. It has another video that got
sound. Have it to your phone, just send it to the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
So this is the video. Sorry that it does not have sound, so for you on the listening to the radio to hear. But those of you watching,
yeah, that just watching that there is clear. See there, officer them beating. Look at that woman. Oh, they beating. Yes. Then chief of staff coming to identify or AFL members.
The role of the AFL is to discipline. So when you are in discipline, they discipline you.
Oh, so the AFL had to discipline the surveillance. Is it not the law that's all discipline?
The law gave them the authority now.
No,
The law gave the authority for
army
discipline.
man is not to touch surveillance because army men were trained to kill. You get our people the next 30 minutes. That police man, in fact, I don't even know whether that police man not crippled. The beating again to yesterday.
So, sorry
even
that those of you watching, sorry that those of you watching was not able to hear the sound.
They say army men saw the discipline surveillance. That why in the Western world, army men got no dealing when surveillance pick at you. You will be the last, except in a case of self-defense. Maybe you saw you have seen the kind of weapon the surveillance is trying to use against you to kill you. That's the only time you can defend yourself. You as army men.
You know that they use Corin. They use Corin on the AFL.
They were resisting to get in the
paper. It's possible that he could be killed by that.
They were not beating that officer. They were not beating him. They were only putting him in a pickup. That man had walked by himself to get in the pickup and say, okay, let me get where you want to carry me. Let all go to Gregory. If only he had said that, who are coming touching? Who are coming touching? Nobody. When you say discipline surveillance, no.
Identify themselves as a military person. They should be accorded that due respect.
To break the law, right? They should be accorded
that is not breaking of the law. They should be now we agree the man was fighting without helmet, for example. Without helmet, for example, he arrested. But what is the fine for the man? The penalty is to torture him. The penalty is not to beat him either.
No.
The law say when somebody violate, him beat them.
Actually, if even it were ordinary motorbike rider to carry back water, I don't think the police were coming arrested back and turn around and being there. What's
police
more
they
about?
have done more than that. They have done more than that. They will leave you in.
They will arrest the army man back. Army man identify himself. Army man identify himself. Then they turn around and
the police at ELW Junction, Mr. Yena, I'm not accusing them. I'm saying what had happened right in my person. They will leave you en route instead of stopping you. Just make a thing that you want to pass. You see them whipping you with baton. They have done that to passengers on motorbike more than 2 times in my person.
Okay.
And that's not the right way to regulate.
Okay, so it happened that way. I'm a man that you should be aware of discipline and courtesy. If it happened that way, the four that came from the barracks, it said how things supposed to be. That defense minister that in our country, she knows nothing about discipline and courtesy. If it were a good country, she should be changed along with that chief of staff. Why should you release that kind of force to go on surveillance? Even one of your officers right have been violated. The first thing they're supposed to have done, pick up phone, call Gregory, come on straight and say, Gregory, what's going on down there? My officer have been attacked by police officer. It was not unknown men. It was police officer, well-identified people. At least if your army men were attacked by unknown men, you can send force there to go in defense of your army men. But it was clear. It was.
I mean, it's also being attacked by another security person.
So as a trained defense minister or trained chief of staff of the army, you pick up from your 5 call going straight to Gregory Common. You say, Gregory, what's going on at the ELW Junction there? I'm getting information and one of my army men might have been brutalized by your officers. Let's see what will be Gregory's reaction. But no, indiscipline, incompetent one then, they started dispersing hard forces, illegal forces to go on peaceful surveillance, carry arms, start beating on law enforcers, discouraging the policemen. Then we will sit down and say they are army men. They were identified. So when you identify, you break the law? No.
So the action of the police against the army men, the civilian action against the military person.
Mm-hmm.
You are not looking at that. Look, Mr. The Newton law states that to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Now tell us you're talking about what
the reaction of the AFL came at the result of the flagrant disrespect from the police towards the first-class citizen.
This is how
disrespect.
Okay, this is how Newton law applies. This is where it works. Has the police been in the action beating the army men Not releasing him, then the army people will come with reinforcement to retaliate. But by that time, they may have been thrown in a pickup, nobody there, but the Unekana, the king,
What is
no,
the process?
the king
What,
let no
what
ground,
means he was thrown in the pickup?
to grab any other police officer who told you how to be our man. They stop beating anybody, any police
But
officer.
what means he was thrown in the pickup?
That
There
is
was
the
excessive
question that's
force
supposed to be
used.
asked. Is the question that the officers on ground, the operation on ground supposed to answer. The defense minister is supposed to have followed that case through Gregory and said that those police officer that maltreated my army member, I will make sure that they go to they face the full weight of the law for maltreating my officer. But because she's indisciplined, she's a lawbreaker. That's why I said start going over there today to go brutalize peaceful surveillance. That's how Liberia looking. You can see even the president is a lawbreaker. The old man is a lawbreaker. That's why you see he identifying illegal speaker, 2 for 25 Rachel Kun to be speaker of the House of Legislators. So the whole executive branch of government is the one causing problem for Liberia right now. That's why you see them breaking the law. They have identified illegal group calling themselves majority black, providing illegal services to them. Providing security for them to brutalize peaceful people in our country. They started here from the House of Legislator that they carrying it now on the police. Was that incident that sort of call for reinforcement? Defense minister or chief or whole battalion going on the scene? When you have received call out, one of your officers was flogged by police. You came on ground, nothing on ground. Nobody fighting, nobody holding your officer. To look for the police people and start beating them. Because you want to show power. You want to break the law. Then we must sit down and see it. But it will go free. Now why the chief will start coming up, we condemn the action of the AFL. And that fiasco, that police man were being beaten free, and you will carry a problem. Free problem in your body. And I don't know whether a body will be correct because man, you can't get a man good 30 minutes to be somebody. You take they will kill that person because they are trained to kill. That's why in the Western world, the law does not call for them to interact with surveillance in any other case. And nowhere, man, is allowed to interact with surveillance. So for that reason, their rights are always reserved when it comes to court proceeding. So all they were to have done was go there, make sure your man, say the police people arrested your man, you go, you see your man under the police custody. Or in fact, you don't even go there. You call defense minister, you call Gregory, the police director. The police will send the operation. 1 or 2 got to go on ground there and see what's going on. From then on, you follow the case. You make sure the officers are well dealt with according to law.
Okay. So what I would say before we transition is that one, like I said from the very onset, there should be a coexistence among securities, whether AFL, whether DEA, whether immigration, fire service. There should be coexistence.
Yes.
No one security should show that they have supremacy over the other. And 2, the citizens. What happened yesterday, the citizens. Look, when security people they are discussing issues, you civilians, it is not your priority to be there, insulting others. Like what happened yesterday, start to insult the police.
And they were the first started
throwing stones at the police.
You see that?
It's not good because
the police people like that.
And the police use tear gas in response. And the police use tear gas in response. It is because of your action.
Yeah, but the police were even to arrested some of them, but they never arrested.
After the defense minister left, You go see people, people whipping the defense minister car with a clothes. Oh, we want army. Yes, but these
Because
things
the
are
defense
not
minister don't even
necessary.
know what she doing over there. That's why she got to go with
So
reinforcement. What
your
she went to
action,
do there?
your action against the police was totally wrong yesterday by throwing stones at them after the issue had been resolved. The AFL guys gone, the police trying to leave, and you there throwing jabs at them, using invectives on them, throwing stones at them. That's what prompted the action of the police to use tear gas last evening. It's not necessary. You are not security person. The security role is to protect you and
What
not you
what
causing them
even
to.
call for surveillance to be over there? Why they got to come there? But the police were to arrest some of them, carry them, jail them, and let them pay good fine to government before you free them for being so inquisitive. You see, you don't do that. But Liberia, people do it and they go free. You see, everybody coming, the police don't respect. The police are enforcing the law. The army men should be the last. The men were not going on army operation. He was not riding army motorbike for police to stop him. He was riding a private bike going, maybe he was going visit a girlfriend,
The
or he was
private bar,
going
like
to
I
get
said,
drunk somewhere.
the
The-
private bar, like I said, Mr. Yene doing the COVID time, for example. During the COVID time, for example, there
Mhm.
was an exception. People should not be out. Curfew used to be out. There was curfew across the country, but there was exception given. So for me, for example, I'm a media practitioner.
Yeah.
Assuming the station does not have back, and I'm going on duty in Central Monrovia and I have my private motorbike, or maybe I have rented a motorbike that
Mhm.
I am riding.
Mhm.
I am riding,
Mhm.
and I'm going to town
Mhm.
and reaching there, identifying myself. I'm a journalist, so
Mhm.
that means I should not be allowed only because I'm riding motorbike that is not on the press that I'm carrying in town, for example.
Actually, law, country of law, that one is hard. The law says,
Citizens have private
the
motorbike.
law says,
The
the
law
law
say
says,
exception. There is an exception. Certain
eh,
motorbike, not just any
yeah, but
motorbike.
the
And who is on the
exception
motor?
say
Look at the character. The character on the back. It's not
it's
just an
not about
ordinary person.
character. It is about the law. The country should come first. The law says,
And the law not say
institution of
AFL men should not ride private motorbike now. The law
the
not say
law
AFL should
says
not ride private motorbike.
the law says private bike should not plow that place, should not ride on our road. Except
You should be identified.
identify bike.
Your
Mhm.
reflected jacket
Very
should be
good.
on you.
Private bike are not allowed. Now what the law says. Whether you get bulletproof jacket on, you get whatever, the law say private bike should not ride on our road. Finish. And you know that private bike, don't go there.
Well,
And
we
you
will
want
get the public reaction on that. We
yeah,
will get the public reaction.
people will come because they're against the police. What is right? That's the only way, like bro, we move forward when we respect the rule of law.
So let's get the public reaction between now till 5 o'clock. Let's get the police the
We're
public
not
reaction.
talking about the motorbike.
No, we will come. No, that's why I said between now till 5. Because this topic, I don't want to dilute it with another topic, and let's get the public reaction on
Yeah,
this.
take cross.
Let's hear the public reaction on this, and the
Yeah.
next segment will be
Yeah.
so, folks. Those of you listening, like I said, the action of the citizen was not right against the security. Right, citizen is not your right. What up?
And the
AFL
action
men and
of the
police
army
men doing
was not
something.
right.
It is
The
now your. It is not.
dishonored it. They added disgruntled up
So,
to the prime minister
so
herself. She's not mature. She ain't able our country.
let get your course and let 077907907
Behave today.
WhatsApp number +231 female line 778075616. Let's get this person. Good morning. Good morning. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
My name is Israel. I'm calling from Bonapa.
Go ahead.
Oh, you see, my brother, what you just saying is, for instance, like for other country or the way we witness movie all the time, we're in a revolution. On the battlefront, you may say surveillance should not go on the battlefront, but you allow journalists to go there.
Hello. I don't know why. I don't know what is the content or the purpose of the call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Morning. What is your name?
Yeah, my name is Christopher. I call from GSO Jobai.
Go ahead.
Yeah, yesterday, incident happened yesterday. Probably we all against it, and then I want to say, the police and AFL both of them were wrong yesterday. And I was on the train yesterday. I was really happy. After that, the AFL people came and started beating the police people. The police, when the citizen was there, if you do not tell you anything like that, but in Labrador, first thing we realize that everything going wrong, we badge it wrong. Getting me right?
I'm getting you.
Yeah, in Labrador, everything going wrong, badge it wrong. So therefore, me, the police today to stop the AFM or going to town or going anywhere. You're not having the right. You don't play the mission, showing identity. Showing identity, the police, in Labrador, we say, violent. We take everything to be violent.
Okay. Thank you.
So, everybody will run today.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. What is your name?
My name is
So you're breaking through. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just want you to know that if you keep bringing individuals like this on your program, you make a lot of
everybody has that view. This man has been a panelist on this show from day one. So just make your point. Just make your point.
It's going to be very objective.
Just make your point instead of going to what the man said.
The individual yesterday they acted very wrong on the itself. If a man violates or breaks the law, you have no right to use excessive force on him. This is why the Liberian police are killing people around here and going free because the country has become so lawless. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning. 0777907 887 11107. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your name?
I'm Mr. P. Seaton.
Go ahead.
My brother, what I want to say in this stuff is that, like, we don't respect the law. Even the president of our country is a lawbreaker. So once the head of the country cannot respect the constitution, you find that people will not respect the law. There should be a law in the country, and the president must respect it. Joe Biden is one of the first presidents I've seen that can break the law. He's a lawbreaker. So what happened? We're going to pray that people put it on control, but that should be a lesson to our president. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
My name is Saki Johnson.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I listen to your panelists. We analyzing the way you're watching the video for me. I'm not watching the video, but I'm listening to you. But I think we have 3 branches of government. They coordinate for the state to run. But where you see one of the branches personally acting among themselves and then leaving the citizen vulnerable both sides, there is a concern that we need to raise in the society. I think when they say there's no go zone for every rules, there is an exception. If the AFL personnel was in Mufti, it's not just by force that they should carry organization back. There's something in security they call covert operation. It means you might be plain clothes or even you can run past because you don't want to be identified to the place where you are going. But again, between the officer assigned and the officer who is on covert operation, they should coordinate. Meaning, Koli, it is me. This is not organization back, but this is my identity. That alone, even without showing an ID card, but the few questions from the officer assigned on that particular duty will investigate the person who before you, whether he's saying the truth. If there's a doubtfulness into his explanation, what you do is you go for identity. That being professional. Equally so, when that identification is presented and sufficiently you understand, then you must allow that particular person that go on that covert operation to leave to that gold zone area. That is respect and coordination. Now, another thing is, even if this person cannot identify himself as the other person, let's say he's an ordinary person, a countryman just coming from the village, yes, he just violates. What is a punishment? Punishment is not excessive force. Seize it back, parking, letting go to the colony of the civilian. You don't have to use excessive force on him. Equally so, the army cannot call for entire, even platoon, before I say battalion, like you're discussing, platoon, not supposed to come. And that force that they use. Again, there's a record where the DEA officer, Hassan, I think one Hassan, he did respect army personnel the other day. They were very professional. I think he had to go to the barrack and order that. I don't know how the case is hanging. But what happened yesterday is scared the state.
Thank you.
It was not good
Thank
for
you.
two sector of the security sector to behave the way they behaved yesterday.
Thank you.
It brought deep respect to both sectors.
Thank you so
Police.
much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Nancy.
The Liberians feel that we are still fighting in this country. The war fought ever since. And we need to do the rightful thing now to move our country forward. And the problem that we are facing is the leaders. Because when you are lawmaker and you are lawbreaker, what becomes of the citizen of the country? The people do their own things because they feel that when something happens, there is no consequence. Nobody is paying punishment towards it. So Mary Brown did her own yesterday and there was no effect. So my very son, I have to do mine. So what went on yesterday, it was very, very wrong. So we are counted, if even you are a head of the and you are not doing the rightful thing, do you know that it can have effect on your children or on your child? Because whenever you say don't do this, and we should not do this in this home, and you as an individual that pass your law, you are doing it on a daily basis, what becomes of your child or what becomes of your children? So the people need to pull themselves together. Who knows? The thing that happened yesterday, if somebody was going to die, and citizen going again, just yesterday, they made accident to Dupo Road Junction. The amount of human beings that die again. So in this country, we will not have peace. People will be crying here and there. There is no good thing. The other countries there, what you see, they can be comparing, they be condemning Liberia, and because they follow the system, when they say yes, their yes is their yes, their no is their no. But we can compromise, leaders can compromise in the country. So we don't want for Liberia to be repeating negative things at all times. Let it put themselves together. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Aji.
Morning. What is your name?
My name is Daniel Wally P. And I call from 540 Congo Town.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, the issue with the police and the army is very, very bad. We didn't expect our people to be in such behavior. They're having a confusion. It's not good for us. It's not good in our society. We are army and policemen fighting one another. It's very bad because they got their arm holder. That's how things can happen. And let me tell our surveillance, we should be careful. How we be embracing those kinds of things. You see the kind of thing can be happening and you're there, you're supporting one side. It's not correct. You can tell the other person against you people. You know what will happen from the end. policemen, army men doing things. Then you there, you supporting one side. You don't care for your life. Someone break us down there. Who will suffer? It's not you, the people. Let's stop this thing in our society. Things going bad. Let us pray. Let us help ourselves. We shouldn't be supporting things that will give a heart attack tomorrow, people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
My name is Eugene Joe. I'm calling you from Capital Bypass.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say thanks for the talking point and the analysis. Again, related to what occurred yesterday, let me condemn what occurred. Let me also disagree respectfully with your colleague on the show. The issue is that you have something they call public confidence in security, more especially the citizens should be very close to the police than even the AFL, because we know the AFL, the way they move, they're only trained for in terms of battle. But the civilians are very close, should be close to the police than any other security preparation in our country. But over a period of time, since the inception of the government, there's not politics. But you have been seeing the way the police have been carrying themselves. The high level of brutalizing citizens, even killing citizens ranging from King George, the Slaway, the rehab bill, and all those things. So you get to realize that the citizens are not trusting the police compared to the AFL. So these things will happen if the police continue to brutalize citizens, because the citizens should always seek refuge to the police. You know, if the police continue to brutalize citizens, the citizens will have no confidence in the police. They will look up to the AFL. So this is not happening. And the police and the AFL need coordination.
Thank you. Good morning. This person. Let's see this person. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend and brother. How you doing?
Morning. Nathan Yene, the mass traveler.
Thank you for the youth president recognition. The name is Nathan Yene, and I join your platform for Puebla Community PGO City. So quickly to the topic honor discussion, Aki. I did thank you. So the act exhibited by the state security yesterday, the Nifwazi Kondele, the discouraging in the strongest term is unlawful. It was very much unlawful and unacceptable, actually. So those that will refer to act or life and property saver, those who save property and life, if they're going ahead, standing in public glare, behaving like that yesterday, it was very much unacceptable. Thanks to you guys that at least you guys are watchdog that when source of thing happen, you can raise the red flag and hear the public comment on that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nathan. Good morning. This person.
Good morning, Archie.
Morning. What is your name and where you call from?
This is Abu Kimuga from Carwell.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. You know, to be honest, yesterday when I got the news, I was very disturbed yesterday because this thing shouldn't be happening among our security sector. These guys need to coordinate, they need to collaborate, and they need to cooperate with one another. But carrying on this act is not correct. And I don't want for people to use political sentiment in this thing. This thing is not new. I'm not justifying, but it might not be like since and this thing since the Bureau of Fund that yesterday.
Like saying that Bureau of Fund ain't happened before, eh?
No, yeah, like it not happened before that yet today happening. And this thing needs to stop. In fact, we see that time where even when the ADTU do something, when the police arrest them, they will carry every pick of food. We invade the entire police station and take their man and carry a man. It happened during that time. Even or Salif time, It happened between Chris Massacre and the AFL head, the defense minister, where they were having a meeting to set up a pavilion, and then they got into noise. There was rioting went on there. Citizens all were there. But my fear is, if the citizens can start taking sides, they need to be careful. There is not politics. Because tomorrow when someone slaps you, you're not going to the barrier that you see police people you go call. So if you go call the man say, no, go to the senior people, and you are clapping for them, then where will we be going? So I don't think we should tread on that path. Okay. Let we all pray for coordination, collaboration, and cooperation. Thank you.
Good morning. Let's see this person. I don't know. Good morning. Morning.
Good
morning. Good morning. What is your name?
This is Oscar calling you from District 4.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to make my point. First of all, I mean condemn the both sides. And then those guys that are serving to the hard gate and the ELW, those guys absolutely, for me, I can say they are not disciplined because they didn't obey there. Wherein I was coming from the Catholic hospital, and then my bag was fully registered were using the airmen. When we reached there, what they did, they stopped me. They asked me for the bad document. I gave them all of my documents. Explaining to them, they said that in fact the hairman that my daughter was wearing was not also good. So I know, but even yeah, I don't know. These are hairmen are even born from the same government people that you people discussing. They delayed me there over 2-3 hours. At the end of the day, I had to call another person to come and free my bag. So sometimes they can be very irritating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning,
Bayoga.
Yeah. Hi, morning.
I'm good.
Yeah, Chief. Nana said, as I cry on my country. Because now the other day, I was going to camp on one priority. Yeah. But the way I tell my boy, I was almost for 10 go. You see, the same thing I was talking. You see, like where we fire, we think well, now we so in peace. You see, me, I don't even know how to control money. Like, you see, now that in the home, when they follow the mother get peace, the children get peace.
Sure.
You see, because look, I work for a brand. From last year, we causing us, see, they didn't have yesterday. And then she, and either the minister said, one left on there again, to read the two junction again, party happy again. That will fight hard for that people who will not take it. So I think we think you will pray for our country. Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
This is Mr. Go Francis calling from Dublin.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother. You know, I'm feeling sorry for the police. You know, the other time, get for truck to run into motorcycle. Motorcycle started running behind police. Story there. People have to take out a uniform to run away. Why this thing would be happening to the people? It means every time they go into work, the people can say their heart can be on in their mouth. If you know that you're security man and you go into the checkpoint and they tell you or they say no motorbikes should pass here, and you get it on private motorbike, the only thing you need to do, give the checkpoint distance and get down. Walk to the police, talk to them. I'm so person. And then identify yourself. Yo, please find a motorbike for me. Or I brought a motorbike, I want to use this bike. I think they will help you to find a motorbike for you. But you will go there, sitting on motorbike, and then you take off ID card. You say, I'm a policeman. I say, your man. These things are, I mean, I really feel sorry for the police. If the police say, okay, since this is happening, we leave the country like that. Let everybody do their own thing. There will be problem in this country.
Okay.
It's problem. I really feel sorry for them. You see civilians choking them with rat, wishing water on them. It's bad, oh.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning, my brother.
Morning. What is your name?
Yeah, my name is Yusmo, and I'm calling from Sokile.
Go ahead.
I heard one of your panelists talking about the AFL was not supposed to use private back to go, to pass through that particular gate. I'm very disappointed in what you said.
You don't have to be disappointed. The man I appoint you to be disappointed.
Yeah, listen to me. Yeah, my brother, let me talk my own now.
Yeah, but first of all, don't say you disappointed. Let me make a statement. The same way you come and make your own.
Yeah, listen. You know why? Because that brother is not here. That's the reason why he's saying that. If to say he's here, and then for you to see the reaction of the police, even on we the surveillance, he say you feel bad. We agree that that there are some things that is happening that is not right. No one happy they feel that Ethan where the was killed. It came from the same police. It came from the same police, my brother. We agree that the right behind them is true. Okay. And then I'm going to talk about how he's feeling sorry for the police. Okay.
Thank you.
It happened.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ati.
Morning. What is your name?
Hi, morning.
Good. What is your name?
Yes, Sadi Musa is my name. I'm calling from Johnson.
Please lower the radio.
It's okay now?
Just go ahead.
Yeah, Ati, you see, the country now, we are suffering. Everybody talking about if you make commission for police, what you will run to, only they have a life to go now. Police getting too badass in this country. And you and your wife or your husband live in the house and the children there, and you, your father, is too hard. The father, the children always go around the mother. What happening now? Anything you see, the citizen will live with the AFL. Okay. Something happened yesterday to my place, to my business. Ever I went, we're not paying. She's the father you had to allow you to have business to pay $3,000 for the year.
We'll talk about that business. You talk about the security already. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
This is Nyata calling from Mosville City.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, what's going on in our country, we need to put ourselves together. The people are discussing police. Can you imagine a police officer die on the Johnson Street Hill there? It's not the only person that ever died on our Johnson Street Hill. But I don't know our people. You say you have a personnel. Most of them that came from Mali, they bought cars. They don't even have travel license. But when they get to the police and they identify themselves, the police recognize them. But there are some people, they premeditate things before they do it. You can't get to the police checkpoint where they told you that this shouldn't happen. Well, we can be disciplined. You say you are a disciplined person. If a police officer get to your gate and they barricade, the officer will ask for permission. If the permission is denied, he will wait until he gets the person he want to go to. He cannot force it. Why our people continue to do things like this in this country? It's not going well with us.
Thank you.
Because, yeah, we can't continue to live like this.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what happened to this person. Good morning.
There is something we are called us good morning. Thank you. So, this is Pastor David. I don't know what will worry us as a citizen or as Nigerians. What happened on yesterday is troubling. To see our two forces, the police that should be our friends. The police are our friends and they are there to protect our lives and property. The soldiers, they're also there to man our territorial boundary. So to see the police and the army into a serious fight, it should worry all of us. Somebody said, why people are not taking instruction? When will the police realize that their work here in Liberia is at all time to protect life and property? They even agree that the soil guy has become so recalcitrant, very stubborn, and can hear. So they gave 7 police officers the right to jump into him and forcibly arrest him, even if that man has become stubborn. When will we realize that? There were people who were telling the police officer that man is for EFF personnel. They said it more than 10 times. But the police thought it was important. Not only that thing, the police have been brutal against everybody. The shocking thing is at that scene, the people who are supposed to be on the side of the police, who the police is their immediate friend, were on the side of the army. It should be something concerning to all of us. I mean, this thing is not a joking matter. So the police and the soldiers fighting, and the citizens are there and taking the side of the AFL. It tells you that the police are not relevant. It tells you that the police have got nobody on that side. That's what it means. And somebody said it happened before. Is that what you're telling us? All the bad things are happening and what happened now?
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. What is your name?
It's Paul Simon from Vital.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much for this wonderful show. My brother is worrisome in the sense that security people fighting among themselves and whatsoever.
Okay.
But I don't want for people to come and open Sunday school this morning. If the other man said that this thing happened before, I think in my mind it's clear that it shouldn't be something that new, that people should take it to be something that's surprising. That someone should take it so big. Oh, they call you this, that. No. What we are saying here, it is not right for it to happen. But anyone who is a historian, we want to do a flashback to make sure that this thing, it shouldn't occur, it shouldn't always be happening. But my people, you don't know it happened before. The police is not irrelevant. You know, people using terminology, they should go in the dictionary and define it. The police is relevant in a sense that they are still being used by the country. Now that when someone go to a window and remove a window bar, go into the barrel that the police. That the police will call. So when you use the word irrelevant, I don't know whether he is a teacher or he's a K2 student, you need to go and do for that work. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We get a few calls and we're closing this segment. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
My name is Michael Phillips. I call you from GSA.
Go ahead.
So let me condemn what occurred yesterday. It is unacceptable in our society. But again, my dear brother, I listen to all the callers in their own points, their own view. The issue is that somebody said it happened before, so it should happen again, or it should not be new, and it should not be a strange thing to us as citizens. The level in which it occurred in the past, we didn't see more in the street.
But yesterday, you put more outside. They pull the whole thing outside.
So the whole world thing out. So it's a different scenario. And most especially what we need to recognize here is that if the citizens are not closer to the police,
yeah, that's the thing.
It should ring a serious bell in our ear as people. The police need to go back on the drawing table to see which method they can use to bring the citizens closer to them. The major reason for which the citizens are not in support of the police is the mass police brutality against the surveillance. Okay. That's all. It's not politics. How many in less than 1 year, or a little over 1 year, we can count more than 5 deaths that derive from police against the citizen.
Thank you.
So let's be real and discuss the issue and condemn the act and tell the police, the RG, to go back on the drawing table and use different methods to bring the citizen closer to them. Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Well, so we will not accept calls again. We will stop here and close on this point. Somebody sent a text message concerning this point. Let me read. We're not accepting calls, please. Let me see what the person say here. Let me see. The person said, "Good morning, sir. The LMP RG is responsible for what is going on. Let us remember that this same LMP went to the Capitol building and beat on lawmakers. So the AFL would not allow the same thing to happen to them." Prince Mia, right from is this Dualtown community in Magibi County? Okay, thank you for Magibi District number 1. So they should be Duazon, Magibi. Thank you. And Mr. Yene, let's get our conclude on this segment as we transition. So you listen to the callers.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. We will transition, but you got to give I leave little time because Michael got to turn on. Michael just coming.
That means we have more issues. That means we'll not be talking because we're in past 6 o'clock. So we only have just an hour here.
Let me come in. The situation with private people, it should not be blamed with this situation yesterday. Somebody say, the police not do that to me before. We are discussing.
So what I think people saying is that the citizen and the police should be in our friendship as compared to the army men.
When we come there, we'll get to that one. But the situation yesterday is the one we are investigating. Somebody said, I feel I'm not in Liberia. That's why I'm talking. No, we are discussing Liberia in general. When I just left Liberia about 5 years or 6 years ago, you know my interaction with police, you know how I was disappointed. Wherein one of my renters, I pay him off. He requested for his money, I pay him off. One gentry cut up. For him to leave my house, he does not want to leave my house. He went to police in a fence there. He lied on me. The police people, they forced them hold me. They held me in that place. I told them, you send me to court. That guy got to run away. That guy even joined me. I even took a complaint to Joba. Like Joba, been a good police station over there. I ever see some people working there.
Because you're working your interest.
No, he slept in jail before. And a police PSU officer rented from me. I have gone to Firestone to work. In fact, this hall was I left this hall with her. Her name, I think she Gloria Sober. PSU woman. At that time, she was sick. She was dry. This lady, due to certain reason, she explained to me, she left the house. The hall was abandoned. Nobody was there. Later, my wife went and prepare the place. Rental king, they took one room, one of the rooms. She said, my wife will refund her with all the money. The guest said, no, I want use the money to feed the whole place. Then when they take everything, I give you a balance money now. That woman took my girl company, my woman company to Joe by there. They just call me. I just read the day. They start taking your slipper to pour in jail. I said, but I told her, hold the baby, y'all go to jail. I'm going to professional center and we'll go to court. One appleton was there. The appleton intervened. I said, but if they lady were not sick enough for humanitarian feeding, I could tell her, say, go tell the hall. The hall stay there. Whether she will get her money until your time finish. But for God's sake. So I have so many disappointments with the police. But we are discussing the incident yesterday. You understand? Okay. So somebody talk about you feeling sorry for the police, and yes, it's true. Because it is the police overnight man passing around taking a race. Yesterday, what did the police do? The surveillance started chunking them. You say something now.
So that's what people say. That's what people saying, because if the police was in a rapport with the civilian, they wouldn't have done that.
Rapport you want? It been recommended to the government that this is why I stand by Tiawan Goglo by telling the government try harder the police get body camera so they can well be monitored. But until then, even you get it, the police, these are people that are sacrificing their lives. They're not even taking good money. You get one lawmaker taking more than 15,000 USD per month. 500 gallons in 28 days time of gasoline. Benefit them different. And you can reduce that money. You pay policemen good $500. Said, you see, you know how they will work. The men are not taking anything, but they are sacrificing their lives.
Okay.
Then
so
the army people. Somebody talk about their driver lesson. You see some again. Some of them over there, they driving car. They get a private car. They driving it. They running traffic with it. No driver lesson. Whether they know how to drive, nothing. That one police knock them down again. They say they may identify and say why they ain't letting go. You know, even say whether that man was going run traffic without a bike, that a private bike. Do you know what kind of operation you were going on? Eh? What was the cause of police commander disbursing a monarch forced to go order yesterday? To go do what? To go kill? Because I mean, whenever they go somewhere, they're killing. We see it in the days of Bernie Samuga. When he disbursed them to West Point, today, little Shaggy Kamara, may his soul rest in perpetual peace. He's there today. Where Bernie Samuga came and said that Bawaya killed the ball. I said, let with police, then our labor is living. But you disperse army men there. So what was the question of the defense minister dispersing army people to go to the junction today?
Thank you,
law
Mr.
have to be respected. That's the only way our country will move forward.
Thank you. So, Michael, welcome to the show. You just called me. Michael, you muted. Mm-hmm.
Michael, come on. Let your people hear you.
Yeah, good morning.
Just
Good morning, Mr. Yele. Good morning to our people in Radio Land. It's a good thing this morning. I think it's a moment to rethink what happened yesterday. Or it says or it sends a signal across that the security apparatus, any security entity for the matter in the government should do everything possible to be as professional as possible. You need to be. And in as much as the AFL came back yesterday and what it did, may have been considered unorthodox, it still doesn't change the fact that the police have been kind of overreacting the last 1 year or so. The issue of police brutality has been too much across the country. I mean, a small little gathering would be where people would try to maybe express a dissatisfaction and police will go be throwing tear gas all over the place. And yesterday, even that little occasion, the people were down there, some people were kind of cheering AFL, they started throwing tear gas among them. I don't
No,
know
but that one playing the citizen because they said throwing
what
stone. They
is
were throwing stone at
I'm coming now. What is triggering this overreaction from the
That's
police
different in a
is
team.
alarming. What is triggering the overreaction from the police is alarming. The police was under Patrick Sulu, the last 6 years. Yeah, Patrick may have had his own issue administratively. That people will have, people had issue, Patrick this, Patrick that. But outside, you didn't see the police being as brutal as it is on Gregory. And one thing, when they started overreacting and going after people unnecessarily, I found out that this is a pattern that Gregory has always used. The same AB Kurman pattern when they want for more money to go to the entity, they make it political. They will be acting that they're working, going after people and brutalizing people to make it appear that the entity is working, which is ridiculous. You can't do that thing at the detriment of the peace of the country. Every little thing you can be throwing tear gas, you can be beating back. Why on earth you ever taking baton? You be some normally in your mind. Somebody you and a person that disagree. When you ain't stopping back from flying the main road, they are talking about commercial backs, not private back. So when you say back, you not fly the main street. The people who got a private backs, you stop them from flying the main street as
How
well.
do you differentiate private bike
So
from?
that's why you have to allow the man to explain. So when somebody comes, the person say they have a private bank or they are. So the first thing is that they are not interested. I've been a victim of police brutality in what the place there in Liberia before. Though my own, I didn't even give them the chance to do anything, but deliberately because they want something from you, they can want the first thing they can want try to
Yeah, they
intimidate
want
you.
delay you. As a
You
myself
see,
as
it
correct
happened to
address.
ELA junction.
I agree with
The
you.
other
I
way,
Some of
for
the
no
police
reason, I try explaining actually the guy, they didn't want to listen to me.
some of the police officers are
The
like
guy,
that, but
at
that
no point
is
they
different from the
do. I don't know
situation.
what I try saying. They think boil my blood the day until I say, but what wrong with these guys? They program them differently. So then he said, I think he took something from me, I don't know, my document or something. He said we should go. He took my lessons. So he said we should go to the police station. He wanted me to give money. I said, I'm not giving you money, my brother. He got angry. We should go to the station. I said, let's go to the station. Let me get in your car. I said, bro, I'm gonna carry you around. You get on back. You follow me. And I went to the police station. He came. I got so angry that day because I feel like it was something I was just talking to him. If you're a normal police officer who are professional, you have just listened to me, and but the man they didn't want to listen, they didn't want to hear me out. The motive was to get something from me. End of the day, I didn't give him a cent. I had to call somebody who called him and instructed him to give my lessons back to me, and I left the place. I've had similar experience. I mean, So La Liberia, you see that, so the other police they can behave, they are programmed to just behave certain way. So you
Time
can't
for
tell me when they arrested those AFL guys, you can't tell me that nobody told them at all that those guys are AFL guys. One. You can't tell me that the AFL guy in question at no point try explaining himself at all. You can't tell me that.
the point
The
is
point is the
nobody
police,
should
they are
run
always
around.
in a habit of when they arrest you, they either want to take advantage. That's the motive. The motive with which you are stopping people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Oh, sometimes the other day, yesterday, I saw some kind of video that when they pushed the guy whole face got something here. The whole face blood was coming from there. They left the guy bleeding. They took it back and went with it back. So did they come for the back or they came to arrest the man? You try stopping someone, the person is running away. You hurt the person. You didn't carry the person. You are police now. A trained police officer. The man that the back committed the crime or that the man committed the crime. You weren't concerned about carrying the man, but you took the back and left the man bleeding. People, when we end, when we are now every little thing, everybody will be going live. People are going live to with the incident, and the police got on a car back and carried and left him lying there. So the
So
issue of police brutality is becoming a no, is becoming a normal thing in Liberia. You saw the
now,
case in Kinjal.
we
What
have to
happened in
close this
Kinjal?
session. We have to close this session.
Yeah, people got
We have to
killed
close this
just
session.
because of police brutality. What has happened all in Monrovia recently? So the AFL may have overreacted, yes, but you know the AFL over the last 20 years, no policeman will go be AFL and they go free. That one is a tradition with them. I think they were doing.
But
Everybody
it's
knew, the
wrong,
citizen.
Malcolm.
The
It's
AFL will
wrong.
never just do something by themselves. One thing you need to let's be very honest. AFL men will never just jump off in their mind. You have never all the stories that you hear about AFL, they
They
always
will go with
retaliate.
caution.
They do not, they are not the first, they don't do it is hard for AFL to do the first strike. Do your own background check, they will always retaliate when somebody take advantage of them before you see them coming back to do something. But they and the police, all the history between the police and the AFL, the AFL has never been the first to do the first strike. It is hard. Maybe it have happened, but it will be one or two cases. But
Okay.
when we check the history, the
Now
AFL
why?
always retaliate.
Now why
So
they
yesterday's case,
Let's hold this
the
session while
AFL,
it is.
yes,
Let's
to
hold this
conclude,
session as
my
it is.
conclusion is yesterday's case, the AFL overreacted, but the police has been too unprofessional the last 1 year. They started on a Patrick, but on a Gregory, it is worse. Gregory
Okay.
has made the police to be a partisan police group. He just instructing them to be doing all kind of unnecessary things. You don't make me say to go do protest, they kind of throw tear gas among you. Then they get ready to beat people battle. And they're vulnerable down there, they listen already. That thing they had it beyond. Yeah.
The
All right.
incident
Somebody
with
is saying how where you making any money already go you put that like you go put that like somebody they might have failed to go they see you alone they beat you because that thing they can be on down there. Most of them they ain't even get the first strength. They get doing that thing because they can be together, which is wrong. But we are vast, and as we are on the media, we are advancing for peace. The country peace is fragile. The security people who should be setting example cannot be people fighting among themselves. It is
Thank
uncalled
you.
for. It is unprofessional. It should not
Let's
be
take this
happening.
break from our sponsor. I'll be right back. Let's take this
Yeah,
break
that's
from
my
our
position
incident
on it.
Achi Jeff, one
Hey, have you heard of Sinan Group Limited? Well, Sinan Group Limited is a reliable and efficient water drilling expert. Sinan Group Limited specializes in deep borehole drilling, pump installations, and water system maintenance to ensure you have access to clean and sustainable water anytime, anywhere. Services we offer include water well drilling and installation, site assessment and planning, detailed evaluation of potential drilling site. We carry out installation of well casings to prevent contamination, gravel packing to stabilize the well, and proper sealing to maintain water quality. We also conduct pump tests and other evaluations to determine the capacity and sustainability of the water source. We recommend and install appropriate pump systems such as submersible or jet pumps. We connect the pump to the overall water supply network, including storage and distribution systems. We also do scheduled maintenance and prompt repairs to ensure optimal performance and longevity of the pump system. We carry on inspection and evaluation of older or underperforming wells to identify issues such as casing damage.
That's not all. At the Sinan Group Limited, we do systematic collection of water samples from various points in the supply system. Ensures compliance with health standards and confirms portability. We provide expert guidance on water supply system design, including optimal well placement, pump sizing, and integration with local infrastructure. The Sinan Group Limited manages the full life cycle of water projects, from initial assessment and design to execution and post-installation support, ensuring projects are delivered on time and within the budget. With our cutting-edge technology, we utilize the most advanced drilling equipment. The Sinan Group Limited trusted clients include UC, US Embassy, GRZ, and many more. Contact us today at our regional office near Zone 3 Police Station, Tottenham Boulevard, Congo Town, Liberia, or call us 077 or 0888 or email us at info@sinagroupltd.com. Visit our website www.sinagroupltd.com.
Actually,
Indeed,
30
the
seconds.
Sinat Group is
See,
the official sponsor. You can do the same and also be our sponsor to this program. Yeah, Mr. You need 30 seconds. As she said, we have to
yeah,
go
yeah.
quickly. What time?
The incident with the AFL and the Fadiga brother that time, you saw me, I condemn that incident. That the former LDA boss calling for LDA employees and all, it was illegal, and I know that that particular officer behaved intelligent. That time they pick at him and go to the video. I condemn that situation. But the
Okay.
situation yesterday, the army misbehaved. They violated the law, and the police inspector general Gregory was well inclined, and he's the one who put the situation under control yesterday.
Okay. Thank you. So we have just 30 minutes allotted to our next discussion. The motorcyclists will be they have planned a protest for Monday. They are playing a protest. We will throw just few minutes on that, maybe 5 minutes on that. But there is this incident at the SETI ferro fabric concerning an explosion. You know, we have the pictures. We cannot just display them on our screen. Is very terrible. Well, the SETI steel factory in Gallonsville, in few days reported a death incident from an oxygen explosion. And this, the reason what we want to talk about this is that the vulnerability of workers from those concession companies is the point we will be making on the show this morning. So the issue at SETIG, I think you've been following that, Mr. Yini and Michael. I don't know whether you followed that, but it's very terrible. If you see the pictures in the chat room, that was the result of the photos from the SETI. You see, I posted in the chat room there. The explosion was very terrible, and from what we have observed, it seems to be like there's no safety measure, much safety measure being applied at the SETI steel factory in Gallonsville. So we're gonna be talking about that this morning, but I'd like to get your views before I just come in on this. Michael, beginning with you, can go ahead.
Yeah, I think it is good that we hear sometimes some of these things we know the real story and not just the end, the outcome or the means, or the end part of the story, but what really triggered what happened. And sometimes it is important to know the standard set by the EPA for the environment, the 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 Ministry of the people. They are regulatory bodies for these entities. We should know some of the standards set. And, opening a factory, what are there that you should know that you should do? Outside of these, we will see a lot of things that we shouldn't be emphasizing in the first place. There was an explosion, yes. Was it like accidental? Was it just an accident? Or was it due to lack of following the regulations laid out by the government? We heard they were fined by the EPA. They were fined by the EPA. Okay, is the fine just enough, or should it be shut down because of the you know the the weight of the damage that was caused. So we need to look at this critically. I have not spent a lot of time in paying attention to that. What I saw in news flash was the EPA fined SETI. Yeah, and there has been a lot of controversy with these, foreign entities recently. The war between the Chinese and the war, so a lot of conspiracy theories and all of that. So I will not want to say a lot. I will reserve my comment on this for a while. What I thought we were going to emphasize the 18. Sylvester, Cousin Gafwan said something a few times about praying about the age something. I don't know. We have emphasized that.
But I haven't been following that. That's the problem.
Yeah, but it's one of the main thing I think we're really want to look at again because he talked about something like 51 million caught. Where are we
That's
as
why
a
I always
country?
emphasize. That's why I always emphasize on the time of us coming up soon. Because when we come up soon, we have most of these things
Yeah,
being discussed.
which is
Yeah,
true.
we have
Yeah, but
understanding. But
yeah,
you
I'm
only have.
just
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
just trying to reserve comment on this, for example, because I'm not too
no, I
deep into
understand your
the
point. I understand
yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah, but I thought it was something generic that we're going to emphasize, like especially the issue of the aid stuff, the aid regime. I think it's a blessing in disguise for Africa, and I think that for that one, the money in question, people are not understanding it has to be simplified. The 51 million cut, it is for a period of 5 years, and the actual impact of aid on each country is like 30%. On Liberia is like 30%. So that 30% when you spread across about 5 years, you know that it's less than 3-4 million per year. So the impact is not as huge. I think the government emphasizing the impact of that because of potential failure. When I say it's not huge, I'm not saying it because they were not very important. Nobody would dare say UC operation was that important. UC operation was very important in Liberia. But I'm saying the amount in question, it is money that the country can honor right. At some point in time during the last regime, they took the University of Liberia budget from 14 million to 32 million. That was around 16 to 17 million, annually. So that increase, if government can take one budget from the University of Liberia from 14 to 32 million, it means at 50 some more million, they're talking about over a period of 5 years. It's not just annually, you divide that 51 million in the period. Because they think that projects, some of the projects are about, they were 5 years. So like about 3, 4, 5 projects got our money. So that 51 million, it is not coming in 1 year. The 51 million for those projects. Some of the years have already passed. Some projects have been around for 2 or 3 years. So the implication, and I mean, the air regime in Africa will make us to be dependent on ourselves. It will make us to find means that we can try to develop things our own way, depend on our own resources, and start to leave the dependency syndrome. Bro, Aji, let me tell you something. When you're leaving your house, at some point as a young man, when you're leaving mama and papa house, you have a lot of doubt. In the first 1 year, yeah, you will be worried how you eat. I remember when I was leaving, my old man play, I was like, I had money to rent. I was thinking, what thing I will be eating when I rent?
So, like I said, this aid,
Yeah, but
this aid
I mean,
issue,
with over the
the
period of the year, I'm not just eating. I started feeding I started a whole family. I started feeding a whole family. So it's just about taking the first step and standing brave. That's what
we
Liberia
will
needs
need
to
to find
do.
a whole edition of the program to discuss the infant of this aid
On the whole of Africa, I think it
on
is
the
a
whole of
blessing in
Africa. Yeah,
disguise. It's a
yeah.
blessing in
So,
disguise for Africa. The end of the aid regime is a blessing in disguise for Africa. When
so we'll talk
Africa,
about that probably Monday because
yeah,
Monday, yeah, tomorrow I want to host some students group outside of Liberia. I want to get their experience as to what living Liberia to go out to study. What are some difficulties? What has experience they have gotten? So I'll be hosting few student group tomorrow,
from
uh,
which country?
Friday, from across different country, China, uh, India, America, just from Rwanda, to get their various experiences in those countries they are schooling to. But like I said, the issue of the SETI,
Yeah.
the issue of the SETI, the EPA, the reason the EPA fined and shut down the SETI factory was because of the lack of unsafe working environment.
I'm here. I'm here turning my camera
Yeah,
off. I'm here.
yeah, unsafe working environment. So the EPA fined SETI because of, let me read this. So the Environmental Protection Agency alarms here of an unsafe working environment at steel factory SETI Ferro Fabric Incorporated in Gallonsville along the Japan Freeway amidst recent oxygen explosion, resulting into the death of an employee and injuries of several others. Though the company denies there were any injuries, but confirmed death. So they are saying no injury, but death occurred. Beside the person that died, there's no incident occurred. But Mr. If you see the video in the chat room, for example, and Michael,
Yeah.
beside the death, you saw other people lying unconscious in other places
Yeah.
over the oxygen tank.
It's terrible.
Yeah, and the company has been shut down and risks additional punishment pending a full investigation. On Monday, February 19, 2025, an oxygen explosion at SETI Ferro Steel plant instantly killed one of its workers, Sir Samukai. According to the investigation, Samukai and 3 other foreign workers have been on duty during the day, but two experts reportedly left Samukai alone to drill the oxygen plant, connecting to an iron that burned into the fire by killing him. So there were 3, and the 2 experts. In the country, one thing I have observed is that the people prioritize the foreigners they bring to work with them over the black Liberians that are working with them and looking at their safeties. It's not as compared to the foreigners they will bring. I don't want to be to attach some racism to it, maybe to say color, but even if they bring somebody from Ghana, for example, or Nigeria, for example, to work in Liberia, the way they will prioritize that person will not be the same as a ordinary Liberian. So the EPA, the reason they find the company is because of the poor working environment. There's no safety, because if there was safety, this accident, and the thing is that when those incidents occur, one, they will not be concerned about the prevention of the future occurrence. 2, the affected family. Because if you look at some of the contractors' agreement, that those guys, most of the Liberians you see working at those companies, the concession area, they are all contractors. Majority of them are contractors. You have few of them to just be employed. So at the end, when things happen to them, the benefit that should even be going to their family it is nowhere. So you cannot be producing steel that you are using equipment, chemicals, oxygens that can explode at any time. And there is no stringent safety measures put in place for prevention to protect workers at your company. Workers at your company. This is sad. And this is why the EPA, not just incident occurring and you go and finding people. Some of these things will not blame the company or the concession groups, but the government. The EPA, there should be measures. There should be screening measure put in place before the establishment of those companies, of those factories across. Yes, we know the intent is to provide jobs, but looking at the safety, the conducive working environment, the environmental effect on the community, not just the worker, but even in the various community. Looking at the health hazard created in the community, those companies should matters much to you, the environmental protection agents. So we don't have time. We will not be talking much about this, but this is what Mr. Yene, just make your view.
All right. So that's this same thing we'll be saying here over and over and again. When you look at our guy body, there's no personal protective equipment, PPE. And he finished. The nitrogen gas and the oxygen gas, you use it to cut these steels. You use it in a laser machine. I don't know which one they're using there because I know about it. And there should be well secure area for those substances. There's no protected equipment on our guard. Coming to farm or company, you find that is not a solution. What becomes of the main family? What becomes of the fatherless children? The orphan children he has left behind. Yeah? Western world, all the people can travel there, they know. Company, even when you're sick, where you go to work, where the sickness serious on you, they want you to lead to their company and die there. They will call ambulance. And even ambulance can you not die, they will put your body there. Then it will be the DOA, or dead on arrival, or the person died to hospital because the kind of penalty the company can bear. What more of company equipment killing somebody that kind of way that body say you want to see the body, and you see it clear there. There's no personal protection.
There's no PPEs.
No PPE.
And there's one thing I give credit to Meta. That's not Meta. Before you go to that man, Mr. Yene, even as a visitor, the first thing is you get PPEs.
And about employment, it's not about employment. Once you allow the person to enter your facility, that person is honor your jurisdiction. You are bound to provide security for that person. So people are vulnerable over there. You get lawmakers they're sitting over there fighting one another. They're getting free money. They get no plan for all these things. You go to Firestone too, you will hear the people crying from the pollution. You will see the whole Panya or creek being polluted. The people can't fishing in our creek again. All the fishes have died. See what's happening? Then you say you get lawmakers, you get government officials. They only come to enrich themselves from there. They can't fool you by again. They will just talk. The moment it happened today, they will just talking from there, it going down. See that kind of painful death that man dying there. That what they introduced to the man. That what company safety comes first. I bet anybody to differ with me in a player. You violate safety rule. You go in, they fire you. Safety violation.
Safety is safety should be first. Safety, because if the worker is not safe, how do they work when they are injured?
Whether you jack or alter for the company doing all the hard job, the people, the safety, because they know when something happens, the way government can come down on them. But what will come from out of it? BB heads. You will see government official then, they providing defense counsel for that company. They will go tell the company, say, give me enough money, I'll go give some to the judge. That whole case die. Hey, Liberia, what kind of country we in so?
Since the legislature invited SETI and the EPA, they are yet to appear. So we need to know today probably maybe they will appear and other things, but they need to tell the Liberian people those are places they need to
what are the measures
oversight.
The director should be arrested by this time. What are the measures? There should be thorough ongoing investigation. What are the measures they put in place? They're supposed to secure life. Safety should come first in our factory. Safety. But they leave the people vulnerable. Actually, the thing you know. When they tell you, say, go do that work, you want work, and you know about it. So you that know about it, you're supposed to provide the awareness on that equipment. The oxygen gas explosion. It causes combustion. It causes so many things. So all these things should be secure in a well or isolated area. That only train of confined space should be a confined space where only trained person should train an authorized worker should be allowed to enter that place. And they should enter with PPE. But you see that man Bali, nothing there to protect him. To say Ali, it happened by mistake. It was not mistake, yeah? They just open that place for people to die. So that man, whether he was employed, he was not employed, companies should take full responsibility. They should. America then a good money. The family will not pay $5 for that case. Law firm will take that whole case. Run after it have 1 million, 2 million. They win it from there before. In fact, they will get the law firm will take money say, and give it to the family and say, you'll be eating that one we after the case. In the case, the only thing they will tell you say that case is not another case. Maybe 5, 6 months or to 1 year. When they will come. When they come, they come in good. But
Yeah,
like,
so
I don't know.
so I try reserving
Comments, but you want to come back?
yeah. No, it's kind of generic though, because the direction of the conversation now is general in the context that there is no major detail on what is happening. I know for any insider or so far. So we all can, based on the regular understanding that we
Yeah.
have about these regulations, we
Looking at
can
the
say
body.
something in that context. I SETI has been around forever, like the other Indian companies, and I think the government issues on regulation is causing problem for the country. I don't know why is it that way that every new regime that comes do not do, every new regime doesn't do anything to change the regular pattern. If there was an explosion and 3 people were on the scene and the 2 people left, why did they leave? Did they suspect something
That's the problem.
was
And those are
about to
experts.
happen?
Those are
And
experts.
they left the guy there vulnerable because they knew the place was not safe. So because nothing happened to the foreign guys, they detected what was happening. Maybe they knew the risk that was involved. They
Very
left
good.
the scene, and the only Liberian, died on the scene. So if the story is true, something may have triggered what happened, and they may have been in the know that something was going to happen. Why didn't they alert the other guy for all of them to depart the scene instead of leaving him there to die? But I think because the regulation issue in the country, how it is done. Most of the mining companies, most of the big companies you see around, Liberians are treated like nobody at those entities. The
That
Asma Meta, the
Oh
other
yes.
entities, you will have all the
It is something very
qualifications.
serious.
You
It's
will
something
not
very
by
you
this
will not
time,
hold certain
by this
capacity.
time,
You're not working certain capacity. You're not hold certain positions, and you are a Liberian, bro. You go in other countries around. Ghana, for example, let me tell you, if you are telling me to choose Ghana over Nigeria, I'll go with Nigeria 100 million time. Hmm? Nigeria can get all the rough attitude. They can cook people and other things, but they got empathy in them. So I know that one. But Ghana, I'm just using it as an example for the way they try to be being nationalistic to safeguard themselves from almost everything. Almost all the major entities you see in Ghana, the people that sit behind the counter, they are Liberians. Most of the managers are now Liberians now, but they are Ghanaians. Most of the managers are Ghanaians. Most people that hear the Ghanaians entities are Ghanaians. They are doing this in as much as they can do to protect their people. You go, you gotta meet up with the regulation, no matter what, bro. Even in any part of the world, you're sending money. They're concerned about protecting the interest of the place. That you want to send money to Ghana, they charge you based upon the amount you can send. Now you in Liberia, you want to send money to Ghana. If you in the West and you're sending money to Ghana, you're sending money to other countries, the rate to send money to Ghana is always more. Because anything that comes to them, they want to even benefit more than the outsider. That's how the Ghanaians program themselves to be. We're now dominating easily. They will want benefit more, they want help. But in Liberia, the only people who want benefit, and this is the crazy thing, the man who's acting that he's smart, they are giving him peanut.
Peanut.
And he thinks he's smart. Wherein the people supposed to do more, somebody supposed to give maybe 1,000 naira. They go look at your one, maybe they give you 50 naira. And you think the 50 naira they're giving you is enough.
It's enough.
So you deprived the country of $1,000 because you're one receiving $50. And that depriving, you are depriving the country. There are a whole lot of risks involved. So if the regulation is done properly at every level, at the money level, at the local companies level, when the mindset is put in place that Liberians should be prioritized, obviously, when the foreign guys come, when the aliens come, when the foreigners come, they will have an approach. There is a mindset that will be created. But the people know to the point they can say, "Oh, the government in a packet." To the point that they will make, they will maltreat Liberians that are working with them, give them little or nothing. Imagine all the minimum wage bill that was passed. Liberians are still working for around $100, less than $100 at some of those stores, especially those Seti store, then those Indian people, the Lebanese guys, to some extent, when you yeah, but the Indian people, when it comes to paying people, they're on the level of being cheap. They just let to cheat people. They ain't just cheap, but they let to cheat.
The
So
incident,
all those regulations got to be put in place. So my point I'm stressing here is the issue of reevaluating our policies when it comes to entities from outside Liberia. Liberians need to be prioritized. The mindset is there, so the people when they come, they see us that nobody. You can be in your own country, then people see you like nobody. Lead the issue of discrimination. Everything, every country you go in a well-made country, when you're citizen, you get certain right there. So that one discrimination being is about protecting, protecting the image of the country. An immigrant do not have certain right until you become even if you become naturalized or you have a passport of that particular country, it will take time before things happen. So we just can't just allow anybody to just take advantage of, or we just allow people to come and bypass the law. It's a problem for us. Generically, I'm just saying what an ordinary Liberian would have said concerning such issue. If we have more info concerning this particular incident,
We'll still have time to discuss
then
this
we can
because
talk a lot
this
about it. But we need to
this
change the approach. The corrupt officials are too much at most of these entities. And, National Investment Commission, the Lands and Mars, yeah, the Lands and Mars. I think they got some role to play in some of those things. The Labor Ministry too got some role to play. The
very
EPA
serious.
has a role to play. So the Investment Commission, they should do the regulations when
Yeah,
somebody comes to
they should be
invest.
doing the
What are
regulation.
the criteria? Are they following the regulatory bodies? Are they monitoring the labor ministry? Are they sending people to check the environment, to know what are these the people working with these people are treated fairly? Do they interview them to know the outcome? But they come to create, most of the times the people from labor ministry come, they check and they take bribes, they go. The EPA should not be reactive, they should be proactive. Some of these places you go, you check the environment. Some of the people they are even sending there do not have any major experience. They just hire people, they just put them on payroll who have not had as an EPS environmentalist. And sometimes you send it out of the country, send it to other neighboring countries in Africa, Ghana, South Africa, other places. Let them see how regulation is done there. for them to come and enforce similar thing. Because you see, your guy that just came from UL, he doesn't have any major, understanding about how to regulate. Maybe he just heard the theory in school. He comes and he won't follow some other thing. You need to. And our educational system is way down the line, bro. We have money for 10,000. US now have money for 50,000 university in the world. US now you have money for 100,000 university in the world. And, so our educational system, I don't know what I'm correct on that, but we way below. So you get
All
when
right.
you
So
you
yeah,
educate the person free.
yeah.
My
So you
point,
quickly.
my
Oh,
point,
go,
yeah.
So we need to do something with the
My
regulation.
point is, my point is, once that guy was allowed to go to that factory,
I'm talking down how you got
the
graduated. I
the
just say
the
something. Yeah. You want me like
the,
you didn't take it
the
personal.
company, no, the
To get
company
degree,
should
that's
be
small thing.
responsible. The company should be responsible for
Mhm.
him. By this time, there should have been case against the company for negligent homicide. The charge of negligent homicide.
Mhm.
It should have been, but they say lawmaker inviting them. Why? On what ground? The people have killed innocent citizens. The people should be in court by now. That the Seti is it Seti brother?
Yeah. The
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Seti Ferro fabric.
yeah. They should be in court by now under the charge of negligent homicide for the hazard they created for that that innocent citizen who are died today and left his children and family to suffer. Then they say the lawmaker inviting them to come say what? To come give them money, to come bribe them. Oh man.
All right. Thank
That's on the thing we're talking, then other people saying we might not even be in studio. That one of the callers say I should not be in studio.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me
I
get.
saw my charger to go look for my father that I can sit down here. Yeah, that
Okay.
one.
So that folks, we don't have the luxury of time. Please, if you
The
call me,
motorbike,
we go
put
straight to
the
the
money,
point.
we're
Don't
not talking
be
about it.
papa and just say what you want to see because you have
Achieve.
less than 45 minutes or
Achieve.
45 seconds to call. 0777907907887 887 7780756 the female line. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Archie.
Morning. Please lower your radio.
Yeah, I'm a bit far from the radio.
Go ahead.
This is Joseph Tamba.
Okay.
Brother Archie, my question is, does the company have securities? Because we're not hearing any security being arrested. Why would the staff of the company enter without PPE? Why? Because the functions of the security is not only there to go and sit and look at whether they are stolen materials. You have to look at the workers. You have to, because that is not for me. That's what I started. That's what I work in a UAE. You understand? Before any employee enter, you have to, what are the manager? You have to inspect. You have to make sure they are properly dressed up. And when any incident happen, what is the security report?
Okay.
What is the incident report for the security? While it is true, we will question the agency responsible, but what is the security incident report?
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
My name is Eugene, and I call you from Capital Bata.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I listened to the talking point and the analysis from your panelists. What the issue have to do with the EPA and the factory. Like one of your colleagues said, I want to agree with him. Is not that he's looking down upon the University of Liberia student, but the issue of Liberia. I think the last time I checked, Poland has more percentage in terms of educated people than America. But what makes a country so strong? That's basically about education. is the rule of law. How strong it is and how respectful people take in consideration of the rule of law. So our country here, you can learn the doctorate degree. Just imagine our lawmakers are not respecting the law. So it's not just about education. It's upholding the rule of law. The EPA, no, let me conclude this. The EPA told us, do you know why the government hands are tied to really come down hard on SETI? Because SETI is providing free oxygen to rural hospitals, to few hospitals. And the issue of free thing in our country is continuing to undermine the rule of law. So the government itself cannot come down hard on SETI because the law free thing.
Thank you.
So
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. What is your name?
Ghana, we are calling from the there.
Go ahead.
All right. All those small problem until all of the ministers representing the land how to keep away from jealousy and just make an example right now. If you think about the former public works minister, you will get to know that all the government officials are they can do. If you want to put it in place, they will find a way and kill you. So you gotta be a witchcraft before taking position. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, Nancy Johnson.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yes, as for me, closing of that place is not guaranteed to me because we already lost human beings. I always told my children I love prevention more than cure. So those things then, whosoever, whether director or minister, whosoever, any position they gave you, that offer is just a place that you will sit down there to put things together. But they are putting you there to see the affair of the citizen. Don't keep in the office. You should be going around to monitor whether the job that they gave you, whether those who are under you, they are properly doing this job. So if the people were going to be visiting those who know about it, they being giving advices, or they restrict everything for everything to be right, the brother were not going to die. But he is already there and gone, and the people are helping us. When they close the place down, those who building their houses, it will also affect them. So prevention is better than cure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0777907 887111107. The female line 778075616. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Chief. How are you doing?
I'm good. What is your name and where you call from?
My name is Lutua. I'm calling from Timor Village.
Go ahead.
Well, God president to share the president is by then the government to get there, Ghana people to go back in our country.
I understand your point.
I say the Liberia citizens living in Ghana. Ghana president tell them to come back in Liberia here. Then why the president do can't take Ghana citizens here to get them back in our country?
Why got to do with the discussion now, Chief? All right. So y'all tell the president to send Ghanaian back here.
No, Archie.
Yeah, my
Archie. Yeah, the Ghanaian that they sent back were their own refugee status. And you know, it was a government land that they were occupying, but Liberians are still in Ghana. The scene with Ghanaians are still here. That other arrangement was different. It's not a regular. So Ghanaians are in Liberia. Liberians are still in Ghana.
Because my sister is living in Ghana. She's living in one of the richest cities in Ghana, the East Legon. East Legon is where you have big people living.
All Liberians back, or those are on the camp. At the camp area.
0777907. Few callers, and we just conclude. Let's see. In fact, we have to conclude. No much time, but callers. This is the issue of SETI. You know, when I saw like the lady said, Nancy, prevention is and prevention is always better than I say, oh, let me get injured, then I'll go to the hospital. No, prevent yourself from being injured first. And like Marcus said, what did the experts, the foreigners saw that make them to leave and leaving the Liberian there without informing him, there should be this thing happening anytime. So I think we can leave from here. Good morning. Please lower the radio. Go ahead.
Money, rational calling for here direct junction. The only thing I suggest in the calling for president and vice president, representative, senator will not be voting. They will be appointed. Expect them to not be doing, they can do it. You work with the real entity name, you will see to Ila and Liwa ministry about to enter. All of you all the PO there, they will tell to stay home. So now 1 week, that will not come.
Because they
And
want
you
to
see that phone now come,
interview.
yeah. They want for to be interviewed. You will know that the phone will come with a black jeep that they enter. And he desire to take action. He go to that type of place. Don't let that person offer you water or food. But when that person offer you, then they weaken your spirit. But they will end up with that black jeep, eating chicken, they drinking water, they enjoying that. Wait from there, all they carry that brown and zero. So you will see that you will not be able to stop for that citizen.
All right.
So,
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh God, you can't hold the line. So, like I was saying, what did they see that make them to leave? You TD on post, you're working, you left, leaving the other person back. In less than no time, the incident occurred. Good morning. My man, you on motorbike, you cannot be on motorbike and be caught in to disturb the line. What did you see? And in less than no time, this incident occurred. Look, we need to be serious in Liberia. The EPA, the EPA need to be very serious, and there need to be a protection regulations. Why would you go to a concession area without PPEs? Protect yourself. Look, hey man, every time we say these things, people feel that, but it's our country anyway. We have to conclude. We don't have the time, so I'll go back to the team as we all just conclude and wrap up. So, welcome back to Mr. Yene and Marcus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Mr. Yene just conclude and Marco will conclude.
On the topic, or we don't know?
Yeah, we just done now. We're done now. I have almost 6. We got 9 minutes to say. So before we can just conclude now. Yeah.
Okay, so it was okay. It was nice being here. Although other people don't want to hear our voices, but we have
It's always, the thing is, every time we talk about United Party, you hear people hearing us already. The other day, soon we hate the CDC, some more people start coming on. So it's always the case. Anytime you discussing when it's in certain party interest, you always hear them defending you and praising you. So that's always the case.
So starting with the situation about the men that died at the factory, I think by now the factory the company is supposed to be in court under the charge of negligent homicide. They're supposed to be charged of it. But I don't know why lawmakers are calling them for what thing. They should be in court by now under the charge of negligent homicide leading to the death of a person.
Okay.
And then as it relates to the police and the AFL, the first time it happened, we condemned and we were on the side of the AFL. People could not talk. But Liberia, when they hate you, they hate you. Whether you do something right, they still hate you. That what happening in a police case now? People are taking the past story or some police officer behavior, they get blinking it with everything.
Okay.
The incident where the former DA or deputy director speak at the AFL, we all condemn the situation, and it was wrong for those DA officer to have taken order from former men that have been fired to come there. But like Liberia, it will go free. The one yesterday with the army men and the police, the army was wrong. The police officer was just enforcing the law. No private buy. is allowed. All you're supposed to have done is don't go there. Don't go there because you this, that, you whoever, you Gregory Como, you should only go there with recognized by according to the law. The law say private bar. When an institutional bar, it should be identified. When an AFL bar, it should be identified. A rating on the AFL or police. But then they never did it that way. And the army people got information that their memo have been dragged, have been beaten by police. What was their action? Was it right for them to disperse through to go on the scene to go kill? Army men going to a place that killing they going for? They ain't going make peace. What was the reason the different minister then all coming on scene? All she's supposed to have done was to send police there to call the police director. Hey, Gregory, situation is under control. Let's say it's over control at that place. I'm hearing that one of my officers have been beaten badly. What you say about it? Now, Gregory supposed to have even this very guy, the 102 supposed to have gone there, even Gregory himself, because that his job. And yes, I really commend Gregory. Gregory exhibited discipline. He was well mentored by even going there to appeal and put the situation under control for the sake of the peaceful citizens.
Thank
But
you.
the AFL, they have really been disgruntled yesterday. They brutalized civilians. They beat a police officer for no reason. They were wrong. For
Okay.
violating the law and orders of the land.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hope to see you Monday. I don't know whether tomorrow you'll be here, but hope to see you Monday because tomorrow is students' affair. Tomorrow is student affair. Say you want to come to interact with the students.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
So that's
See
it.
you. If
If
you
it
come
were not
tomorrow, see
better,
you.
if it were not better, we hope and pray to make it better the next time. If it were better, we hope and pray to make it more better than this. My name is Lawrence Nyankwa Amen Suakwai. Yene.
That's your full name or your 5 name.
Yeah, you must please check.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Eh?
right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much. So let's see, Michael. We just conclude from here. And
Yeah, so I think with the Seti Brother thing, you should raise, a serious concern. Someone said the legislature called them. Yeah, legislature has oversight, so they can. Legislature can summon anybody. As much as it borders on something that concerns the country and all of that. So it could be a good start for the fact that they have been caught, but the executive is the one club with the authority to enforce most of the laws. So we have the EPA that needs to do better. We have the labor ministry that has to do better, and the whatever sector, like maybe Lens and Mars, I don't know, since but the National Investment Commission as well, there are regulations that are there that these entities should put in place, and those regulations need to be enforced to protect the country, to protect the citizens. If you are a government and your priority is not to protect the citizen, I don't know why you are there in the first place. So, so it is such a way that most of us that get in some of these positions, the first thing that we have in mind is to get it rich overnight.
that's all. That's
Yeah,
the
so
first priority.
yeah, so you see, most people who are not exposed to money and some of them are not disciplined, they just want to get everything fast. They get there. They can't set any example. They see little. So it's a whole problem. And some of those monies they are trying to get through fraudulent means, they barely do anything with it. Putting the country out of greater risk. So we need people, serious people, people of discipline in some of these positions, people who are inclined enough to help the country to take another, to do something for the country, for the output, for the results to become something commendable. We can be at the same place over and over. People keep saying the same thing over and over, and nothing's happening. Yeah. So the issue of the EPS, not EPS number, the issue of the police and the AFL, I'm quite sure it is already under control. But
Yeah.
my own piece of advice, the AFL usually doesn't just come outside. The army do not usually come outside like that. They always come in retaliation or something. So
And
why it is
man, you
unprofessional?
the army got force more than the police. So they should not always allow to enter into confrontation.
Yeah, so the police have been overreacting. I think Gregory is trying to politicize the police too much. They many already got their own issue. Most of them already corrupt. Then you trying to use them as a political, like a exonerate group. When they do something, you are not putting any other. See that thing they did it one time. The police openly violating. Gregory was embarrassed. That's why he called the other two guys from Richard Kun area the other time because the police have been they have been using the police to do a lot of things. So Gregor needs to go back. He need to forget the politics. He's making our group vulnerable. Forget the politics. The respect of the citizen matters a lot when it comes to any security apparatus. If you do not have the confidence of the citizen, the respect of the citizen, you will struggle a
Yes.
lot. It will
So
not
you saw
always
what
be
happened?
false.
The citizens there, we want army. We want army.
Yeah, so
I was like, wow.
because of the recent police brutality, it has been too much. I mean, there were too. There have been a lot of police brutality. There has been a lot of police brutality all over the place, and this is why you see citizens who should be at least concerned, they are cheering the army because you barely see the AFL guys outside. They are always in the barrack. And you don't want to see them outside in the first place because their own line of detail is completely different from the police. But the police have been overstepping the bound. The first thing that happens when a policeman arrests you, he's concerned about taking money from you. Actually, you know stranger, you know about how the people can behave.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
In 80 to 85%, maybe 90% of 90% of the cases, you have any kind of interaction with police, meaning the first thing he wants to get something out of you. It just takes few of them that you see are very professional in a line of detail. You see them acting the way they should. I mean, it gets very few of them. And all of the police officers should be behaving, you know, like professional people. When we
Yeah.
stop that, we wouldn't be
So
seeing all this drama. It was unfortunate yesterday that what happened, but the people are not even afraid. The people came and were cheering. Now,
oh
like, when
yeah.
the ever came outside, yeah, so that's only that way. They
I
came
said,
outside, people were
I said the
running, people
guys
are
were whipping. They were whipping the tires.
cheering.
They were whipping the tires of the defense minister's vehicle. Oh, we want
Yeah, so
army.
the people are not afraid. All that thing that happened, people passing around going, the citizens are not afraid. They were cheering. Even the
Oh,
one here at Johnson were beating the police, the guys were there recording.
oh yeah, they were recording. Yeah, I
So
see.
I
So
mean,
it was
so we
it was
just
good.
need to do something. I mean, the police need to, or stand up to their game. Need to be more professional. Nobody hate the police. I mean, they've
Sure,
been
sure.
doing well. I
They are
mean,
all
they,
doing
they,
well.
they make a lot of sacrifices. To be very honest, they are paid little or nothing because I mean, for a police officer to be making $145, 150,
Way
that's
less.
that's
Way
that is
less.
below the standard with all the efforts you can do. So I think that's another reason of corruption. But if you agree to take a particular amount, you need to be professional enough. Don't
Oh
don't take it
yes.
in the first place.
No,
So I
but
think
if
we
you
need to
mind,
advocate for
how much,
increase of.
if you in Liberia, if you mind how much you want to make, I don't think you will work because you'll wait forever. So you just have to accept the little
Yeah, but it's
things.
a government related entity. You can get a major law enforcement group, even the army people, brother. The people making around 200 and 250. The country take the security sector to be nothing. Now only the politician can make the money. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
let
Yeah, it's
that
a
politician
problem.
taking the money. I tell you. Okay.
We need to
Wow.
reevaluate the whole thing.
Wow. I don't know
We-
what CEO want a bad time. Let me ask him because people are asking you whether you want bad time. He say I love money.
the CEO, yeah. So the security sector is a
You
whole
know why you
problem
want
by
bad time?
itself.
So already concluding.
But man, look, I just have to up. I hear Michael talking. I just have to up my voice there. The EFL people, they are
Welcome,
crazy. That's
CEO.
all I can say. Yeah, how you doing, people?
Yeah, man.
I just want to say that the EFL people, they are crazy. I mean, even if something happened and one of your men was attacked or something, Just imagine if they can do it to police officers. What would happen if this was just ordinary person? What would have happened if this was just an ordinary person? They would have killed that person. If they can beat a police officer to that level, I mean, the police officer has no right to beat anybody, which is a police brutality. We recognize that. But the response from the military people, they brought a jeep and all.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
they brought the whole thing.
The sound of caveat, the sound of caveat, or caveat. The sound of
They
caveat.
brought the whole thing. Yeah, he left. They brought the whole thing. So my God, just conclude.
Yeah, I think you noticed recently the Falika brothers had some
Yeah, the
confrontation with
issue.
the AFL guys as well. So the AFL do not want to project themselves as being weak. So I think they just
Yeah. All right. So it
sound a
was
caveat for people to know that they are not a weak, entity.
yeah,
So
entities.
probably that was the reason they came out because police come from beating you up. You didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Another I know ex DEA guy called DEA
had to
officer
be
to
your
brutalize AFL man.
pepper
And the man
spray.
didn't do anything now. They say
Yeah,
for the AFL men a weak group of men. So they
pepper
don't
spray.
want
my,
to find themselves
my
to be
man,
projected that
my
way.
man, my man, we discuss it. We discuss the thing tomorrow again because
Tomorrow,
we
no, he
got to
said
keep talking about it.
maybe Monday. Tomorrow we want to.
Huh?
I said maybe Monday. Tomorrow we want to
Yeah.
interview students. Yeah, students from across the globe attending various countries that are from Liberia. We want to know how it's
Okay.
life. Yeah, we want to know how it's life with them. What are their experiences across the various countries?
Oh,
Some of people from 3 or 4 years.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Let me leave you. I mean, your time is already. I just wanted to say, let the boy hear me to say that what the AFL did was too much. It was over the top. And I don't know who the commander. They should be disrobed from the military. Those particular people who were kicking and beating the man with stick, and the guy, I don't know what kind of thing they were beating the individual with. They should be disrobed. I mean,
When they
we'll
say
see what happens.
they're beating the AFL man with
When
baton to
when I
CEO
beating
the
the
other
AFL
side,
with
they
baton,
say they see we the
look,
master, we step the
look at
AFL.
the AFL man. See the AFL man.
You see this is what they did to the AFL man. When
That's how they did to the AFL man as well.
see,
I see that other video.
Oh, in
not
the
just
TV.
that one.
So
So the AFL, that what the AFL
I
man
will.
even retaliate. It was from that
that's why they
particular
have to
scene
come
they
to
came out to
retaliate.
retaliate.
I didn't see the video. I will look at the video, but as a national military force, you have a chain of command. Let's assume the police did that. No police officer can be dismissed from the police if the chief of staff take it up with the director of police. But the way they say when you look at you man the ugliness of the baboon, you will definitely kill it.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, the way you lift your hand, and how you can throw the rock. So what it did, now their name on top. But man, even at home, you and your girlfriend or your wife calls your mom because that's what they can do. Calls your sister, call only the women ain't causing the men now. Cause everybody for slapping your ear. When you slap her one time, they say they make a be woman. Then your name remain on top. So sometimes as a national military force, you don't want to act like a rebel force. When they do that kind of thing, you take it up with appropriate authority. And those people, when they are punished, when they are dismissed, it hurt them more than when you carry your troop and beating the people. So I mean, sometimes retaliation is not a good thing. But we'll discuss it Monday more. Let me look at the video, and then I'll be able to give my informed decision on that on the opinion.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I gotta go, man. I'll leave you guys. It's unfortunate I gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Michael, just conclude now.
Yep.
I,
So
I saw
it was
I
a
saw
good thing
I
being
saw
here today, and bye bye
I
from
saw
our
your I saw your
NCO.
image.
Do have
Yes,
yourself
I
a
saw the image. Is just saying the executive mansion responding to.
yeah. They put left the page one month to call the page and respond to him. Imagine
Yeah,
if
yes.
Marshall is now going in people post comment section. And
I
not
tell
even
you,
honor their own post. Go honor somebody post comment section
I don't know who is controlling the page to be doing
ridiculous.
that.
I mean, there's certain things you can just do. I don't
Yeah,
know who's advising these people.
I tell you, man, Marco,
Everybody is
with this
becoming so political, and they fail to
content,
realize when you work in government, you are not a political party. Yeah, you work as a government and you're supposed to serve everybody.
okay.
So, I mean, we've had our thoughts shared on these things, and I think the peace of the country is most important thing in all the things we keep talking. We need to maintain the peace. If there is no peace, you wouldn't have the space to even be discussing politics in the first
Oh
place.
yeah, oh yeah.
So we need peace. We need to protect the peace of our country. The police need to, the police word is a tricky word when you're learning English. They will always tell you the word police. It do not go with a singular
No,
verb. It
so
usually because it's plural
it's a
in
plural,
nature.
yeah, it's a plural
You
now.
can say police is. You always gotta say police are or police have. So it keeps yeah. So the police have been doing a lot. Yeah, as much as CEO said they didn't behave the way the AFL when they beyond what people expect of them, but the police still need to reevaluate themselves and do well this time. We believe this is a turning point. This is a defining moment for the both security entities that got involved in the misunderstanding. They will evaluate themselves. At least the police will reevaluate for the fact that the citizens could go against them on that scene. It's not just about which are the political party, because I saw the defense on social media. There were some people that are saying that back men or booing at them, that CDC
It
people.
doesn't matter
It's not
who.
just about back men or CDC people. At this point, if you're a police officer and you are in confrontation with somebody, you are kind of closer,
The
you are
citizen, yeah.
closer to the citizens than the army people. The army people are always away from the citizen. So if you do not have that relationship and they're preferring somebody over you, then you got to understand that this is a defining moment. This is a time that I got to reface. And, I need to face myself and rethink and see what are the things I'm doing. Maybe I need to follow maybe the methodology I'm using is not just appropriate. Maybe something else has to be done. Nobody is saying that the police need to be weak. The police got to be tough. Liberia is a tough society. You need to be tough. But you need to know your boundaries, at least to
Oh,
have a good relationship with the citizens. Similarly
thank
with
you.
the army people. So it was a pleasure being here today. It's a good thing tomorrow when it's possible. I will join.
Yeah, the
But
subject.
it has to be there because if you are talking with students, I don't know how you are going to do the structuring tomorrow. Will it be like
No, so they
a
all coming
question?
on. Is that yeah? They are coming in person. They all coming on live with their various
Okay.
countries, and yeah, and we'll be asking a holistic question, yeah, a
Okay.
general question that they will be responding to as per the region you are.
Okay.
Yeah. So for
So
example,
I think the places you find a lot of Liberians now, you need to get some of them from India, you need to get some of them from Rwanda.
yeah.
And the
So
issue with
I'll be
China,
having two person from Rwanda, from China, and India and America. If all come, so there it will be five.
so this is my point. Rwanda, most of the students going Rwanda paying their own fees. Most of the students going India paying their own fees. The students that are going China and other parts of the world, most of them go there on scholarship.
Yeah, those are
A very
questions we'll be asking them.
yeah. So there are few portion of students that go in other parts of the world go there to pay their own money because those are expensive places. Like China, most Liberians that go China, they go there on some sort of scholarship, like that.
So we'll be
Similarly
asking
with
them if you are on scholarship, for example, you'll be telling us how is the scholarship process? What is the if it's government sending you? If they are living up to that word to you, they are keeping you there. Those are things we need to know.
yeah, sometimes some of the bilateral scholarship, the Chinese government when they go there, some of them the government take care of that. Yeah, and yeah, but they are there they know how to explain their
They
stuff.
will explain it, yeah.
But
So
yeah, but I know for a fact that it is not easy out there because a lot of the young people were there that we used to relate to, and they know their ordeal, what they used to explain used to be terrible. It takes a lot of courage to go to school in foreign country, especially some of those tough landing that you can't have places like India. You don't have any work to do to even find a job to do there as a student. You would do it is not easy. They'll pay you little or nothing for
it's very difficult.
yeah. So The same thing with Rwanda, no job there to do. So when the children go there, yet depending on the family back in Liberia, if you don't have anybody backing you there, it's crazy. The tuition is low there, true. And you know, the places they live, sometimes there will be 3, 4, 5 in one place, and the places are a little cheap, but it's tough in living there. So it's not an easy thing. But we'll look forward to hearing from them tomorrow. If possible, myself, I'll be here to listen to what they have to say, maybe to ask a few questions. I've been working with some students outside the country. I've been listening to someone that would do when we're back home. We will be helping someone else, small things when we're beginning, we were out of the country. Like one of our beginning, the thing he explained, imagine they were in Morocco, and when they went, scholarship, but they had to learn their course in French. Imagine you come from Liberia, they train you for something like 3 months to go learn to go to French class. Then your whole bachelor or master's program you are doing it in French. It's not an easy thing. So someone how to even someone how to even go back to Liberia. The brave one stayed and somehow, some way they managed to learn the French overnight and they were able to obtain their degrees. It was a tough thing. So it's tough out there, man. So we need to listen to them and hear them out and know how it goes. But people on scholarship, it is easier. People who pay their own tuition is terrible.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's a good thing being here today, sharing our thoughts. Once again, my name is Bye bye from my hand.
You listen there to my panelists. Join us tomorrow, same time, same station, which time we'll be here with the students to bring to you words from them from various countries they are attending. Have yourself a wonderful day. Remember, don't trouble. This is the instrumental that introduces and ends this program. My name is Archie Sebob Yene. Have yourself a blessed day.